massive F1 fan, nothing beats the speed, the energy, the atmosphere is electric on race weekend. If you want to experience it right, Absolute Sport is the way to go. Thanks to their partnership with Red Bull USA, they have exclusive rates and special access to F1 in Mexico City, Miami, Vegas, and Austin. With top-tier seats and luxury hotels, they handle everything. So all you have to do is enjoy the ride. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more on massive high-resolution displays. You got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Far.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Go. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! Been waiting my whole life for this. Been waiting my whole life to have an entire show all to myself. DeMarco will be here shortly. DeMarco's a TV star. He's doing Good Morning Football this week, so he will be arriving at some point between now and the end of the show.
He's on the TV right now in our studio.
Oh, I don't have him on.
Yeah.
So DeMarco is doing TV work. Emily is here. Roars to you, Em.
Roars.
We will get to all of your hold your fire for a second. I know that you're Oscar ready, as they like to say, but. Welcome back, my friend.
Hey.
Buenos dias.
Let's go.
How about that? He's back. How was it?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was a lot of fun. Changing diapers, taking the stroller out, on the streets.
Little Mr. Mom activity
Straight up Mr. Mom. Yeah.
Yeah, so did you do the laundry? Did you clean the house? Did you make the meals? Did you do all the things that you need to get done?
Yeah, so right about now, I'm finishing up a breakfast burrito that I'm splitting with Brenda. She's working on the, she's got, her space for work, and I'm with the kid. Kid wakes up in half an hour, so I'm enjoying my coffee and.
So here's the $1 million question. I think that today it's always nice to come back to work, right? It's always that first day is always you're bad. You get to see people. You're feeling pretty good. I'm thinking Wednesday is going to be the day for you where you're like, not being here wasn't so bad. Having coffee at 9 o'clock in the morning, and making sure Brenda has what she needs, making sure the kids get out the door, making sure that Gael has what he needs. That's like you can fall into those rhythms pretty quickly.
Dude, like by 11, okay? So like rhythms, right? I'm hungry right now, so I brought a torta. So I ate half of it on the way here. No, it's jamon, mayonesa.
See,
we got aguacate. Yeah. So it's
the real stuff, not the cactus
exactly.
stuff.
So I brought the cactus nopales. That's what it is.
Nopales.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
yeah.
so by 11, I'm like, okay, it's lunchtime. Like, what do we have for lunch? Are we making a salad? So then I'm like, there's a thing about the kitchen, Travis. You know that. Like,
I do, and I had a little bit of this going on yesterday. There's something about when you don't have work, right? Whether you had some paternity leave, or just being on a weekend, where your entire day is regimented around what you're going to eat and then what you're going to eat next. Like, okay, I'm going to have this for breakfast. You get your eggs out and you chop up all your stuff, you put your onions, and you do all that. And then the second you're done eating it, you clean it all up, put everything away. And it's like, wonder what I could do for lunch.
Or you leave it for Brenda.
Or what?
Or you leave the cleaning stuff for Brenda.
Oh,
I cook, you clean. You clean, I cook.
I have to clean as I cook. It drives me crazy to see it stacking.
Oh,
up.
no, I don't let it get that either.
Yeah.
But if it's just a couple dishes here and there. But then, okay, so Gael, he turned 1. So finally turns 1.
Happy birthday, Gael.
Yeah. So I realized he started liking pancakes.
Oh.
So I'm like, we have a waffle maker.
A man of taste.
Who doesn't like pancakes?
Bro,
yeah.
And I have a recipe for pancakes. Cold water makes them fluffier.
Yeah.
So
well, you're a Denny's man.
Yeah, exactly. So he starts liking that. So you start to realize what your baby likes, like, chopped fruits and stuff like that. And the faces they make when they try something for the first time is, I'm going to miss those moments, If I had a whole moment, whole month of just enjoying my kids and doing all that stuff, taking them to school. Like, she called me this morning, like, hey, I'm on my way to school. I'm going to miss you. I'm like, dang, like
that's one of those. Oh man, don't like. It's nice to hear, but that's a tough one. It is a pleasure to have you back.
Oh, thank you.
If the Lakers start to lose, it's your fault because since you've been gone, they don't lose.
Well, I went to the Luka debut game, so
okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, so I came to that game.
You got into the house on that one.
I got the T-shirt. Yeah, the 77.
Oh, okay.
I got the T-shirt
Look,
and all, so it was fun.
Apparently, they're just never going to lose again. So
Apparently.
there's lots of opportunities.
Guys paying for
there.
parking and stuff.
Yeah, he's
Wow,
buying.
look at that.
They're putting his Batmobile out front or whatever that thing was. I don't know
He's
what else
made
to
some
call
good
that.
steps. Like he did when he came in. He first thing he did was he sent money to people who were affected by the fires and built playgrounds and like that. Then he also bought the parking for a bunch of fans. That's amazing. He's had really good steps to be welcomed here.
And he's awesome.
That's true,
like
too.
you could buy a bunch of parking and you could give away T-shirts and you could help the fire victims and all those things are wonderful, nice, thoughtful gestures. But if you go out there and you stink, no one cares. If you go out there and tear it up and each time he plays, he's a little bit better than the time before, then people are going to start to love you. People are starting to love him. We got a lot of Lakers to talk about. I'm gonna just kind of throw this in here right now, and then we'll come back to it in a little bit. The Lakers could win the NBA championship. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm not saying that they're even the favorites or that it's a likelihood, but it is no longer absurd to say, because look, let's go back to this. Laker fans are both the best and the worst. They're the best in that they're eternally optimistic and loyal, and they stick with their team no matter what. They can be the worst because even when the team is not very good, they're going to win the title. Well, why? Well, just because they're the Lakers. That's a bad reason to think that anything's going to happen. It's no longer ridiculous. It's no longer crazy to think that this group, playing the way that they're playing, discovering what they've discovered defensively, 2 mega stars at the front, a lot of role players that understand exactly what it is they're being asked to do, a head coach that really understands what they're doing. They're beating a bunch of good teams. All of these things together, they're in the 2nd seed, right, which is incredibly important. We'll talk about that coming up before too long. All of this together comes up with a recipe of they could go to and win the finals. That seemed absurd, ridiculous, like patently, like it was one of those things that you would just reject out of hand. If you would have said to me 8 weeks ago, the Lakers are going to go to the finals, stop. Like it would be an easy one to just dismiss out of hand. Like you don't know what you're talking about. And now the Lakers are going to the finals. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. That and in that short period of time, that is a remarkable turnaround. So we'll get to that before too long. All right, Emily, I congratulate you on staying in your shoes. I congratulate you for being able to control your enthusiasm for your favorite day of the year, your personal Super Bowl, the Oscars last night. How was it for you?
So on Friday, I did my sports analogies for the Oscar races. And just like the Eagles, Honora kicked the crap out of every other team.
Give them the Eagles moniker coming in?
Yes, I gave them the Eagles moniker. The idea that they had a strong start to this season, good off-season acquisitions, kind of stumbled out of the gate, got nothing at the Golden Globes. And then you're like, at the end of the night, when you see the results, you're like, how do we ever doubt this team going this far? And that's Honora. Sean Baker is the director, writer, editor, casting director of this movie, Honora. He last night won, and producer, he won 4 Oscars for the same movie. The first person ever in the history of the Oscars to do that. The only other person who has ever won 4 Oscars in one night was Walt Disney. All right? Let's just put that in perspective.
So not recently.
Not recently. I believe it was like 1957. So So Sean Baker is a creator I've been a huge fan of for a long time. My first movie I really encountered with him was Tangerine, filmed right here in Los Angeles on the Sunset Strip, all on iPhones. The entire movie is just on an iPhone, and it's about sex workers in that one as well. And every movie he has sex workers in it, which also tends to be a movie that's not super palatable for the majority of America. And Honora is that. The first time you see the main person, the lead actress, Mikey Madison, she is topless. Like, this is a movie that is in your face with what it's trying to tell you. It has the most nudity, I believe, of any Best Picture winner of all time.
How do they measure that?
The
like
amount
just
of time.
minutes of naked people.
Yeah. Amount of time.
Go. Click. Tick, 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 tick. Up. Shirt
Some
back
people
on.
might do that.
Stop the watch.
It has over 400 uses of the F word.
Oh. Did it beat Scarface or Goodfellas?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's the most uses of the F word and the Best Picture winner.
Pulp Fiction, I know, was up there too.
Yeah, I know, but Pulp Fiction didn't win Best Picture. But it's a huge win, and it's a great win for that for indie film, for movies having longer releases. So I was just sitting there gloating. My friend, my roommate Esteban, had watched Nora that morning, so he was trying to get all of them in at the last second, and did not like Nora. And so me and him were battling all night.
Did you like it?
I liked Nora.
Okay.
It was not my favorite movie from Sean Baker. It's it's still a very good movie. Other big winners, we got Adrian Brody won his second Oscar for Best Actor for his role in The Brutalist.
Price just went up.
Travis, you're gonna hate this. He had the longest speech in Oscars history. The longest speech in Oscars history,
How long
bro.
was it?
5 minutes and
stop.
40 seconds.
How long does it? Okay, here. What movie was he in?
The Brutalist, which was 3.5 hours long.
Well, okay. Maybe he was just in the groove of we'll just keep talking. Don't they have one of those hooks that they can pull him off the stage with or something?
Music, and he told him, "Stop it! I've been here before." That's what he said in the speech. He's like, "Stop it! I've done this before."
Did he say anything interesting?
Not particularly that he hasn't said before, but
he said thank you.
Yes.
He probably let me guess what else he said.
Talks about the great work of what trauma is, which is what his character went through.
Okay, so thank you.
Yep.
He probably talked about his colleagues on the picture.
Yep.
He probably had a cause celeb of his that he wanted to put out there, whatever that may have been,
The theme of the movie.
Yes, there's that. And then his family, he thanked his family.
His partner,
His partner.
Who just happens to be Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife, which is interesting.
Okay,
to say
so
the
he
least.
thanked her.
Yeah.
And so there's 12 seconds. What else? What did he spend the other 5 minutes
He
and 15
paused a lot.
seconds on? Oh,
He reiterated himself, which is really fun. And okay, as he got up to the stage, at the moment we all freaked out and we were watching it together. And he had gum in his mouth, took it out, threw it to his girlfriend, and went up on the stage. Bro, you're likely
as he's coming up there.
Yes, he's getting congratulated by his friends and family.
They don't surprise you with this, right? They tell you next category is Best Actor. Don't at that point you take it out and wrap it in the wrapper and put it back in your pocket,
or don't throw it.
Stick
Put it in
under
your
the
pocket.
seat at the Kodak Theater or whatever it is, wherever they do it.
Dolby.
Dolby.
There was two people that had the ability to win that award. It was him or Timothée Chalamet, and so he knew there was a over 50% chance that he was going to win that award. And he had it.
Dude.
It was ridiculous. Other big winners, Neon, Latvia. Latvia won an award last night.
The country?
Yes. Well, a movie from Latvia.
Okay.
A movie called
Best country, Latvia.
A movie called Flow, which is an animated movie. It's a silent movie. There's no words. It follows a cat through kind of like a post-apocalyptic world.
A real cat?
Animated. It's
Okay.
animated.
Oh.
It won Best Animated Feature. It's the first ever movie from Latvia to be nominated and first movie to ever win. And they celebrated it in and out afterwards.
A big night for Latvian cinema.
Shout out Latvia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to and most importantly, the champagne Jello shots were
Tasted like champagne.
okay.
And they were fine. I also made
Did they instantly give you a buzz like champagne?
I only had one, so I can't
Okay.
say that it really worked for me. What did work for me was the substance, which I made, which is just a Midori sour, which is Midori and either vodka or tequila, and make it into a sour. Fantastic drink, really deceitful. So have a little bit,
You sent me a picture of both of them, and the Midori sour looked good.
Yes.
It was very pretty.
It's very green, and like the substance.
It reminded me of the Grinch.
Yeah.
Like it had the Grinch, the green was right for the Grinch.
What about the Narco musical? How did that do?
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness that, sometimes evil doesn't win. And that's Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez sucked as a movie, and it only won two things. It won Best Song, and it won Best Supporting Actress. And I wanted to play for you guys the songwriters of El Mal.
That's the song?
Yes. El Mal.
Heel.
At the end of their acceptance speech, they're trying to get the crowd to sing along, and the crowd has no idea
Good
what
for
this
the crowd.
song is. So this is this piece of sound.
And thank you to Emilia.
You lost me already.
They're getting played off. Like, leave, guys.
No.
And then some pity clapping at the end. Yeah, to get you off the stage.
No. There's very few things that are more cringe-inducing than someone trying to get a large group of people to participate in something and they don't. So that's fantastic.
And Conan was great. Loved
Conan.
And funny thing, I was at the Largo on Friday night, and I got to see him test out some of his jokes.
Oh, I want to hear about that.
And it's great.
I want to hear about that. Jorge is back. DeMarco will be here any minute, probably a half hour or so. He might be on his own time now. Now that he's a TV star, he may just kind of wander. By the way, Key goes to TV. DeMarco goes to TV. Marcellus went to TV. All the people that I work with go to Slee was on Spectrum Sportsnet. Like, all these people leave me for TV. There's three of us. We just got to do it. Plus, the Lakers win again last night, and you should start wrapping your head around the fact that the Lakers might be the best team in the Western Conference. That's coming up next. Plus, it is an LAFC ticket giveaway on 710. Listen today for your chance to win tickets to tomorrow's game at BMO as the Black and Gold battle Columbus in the CONCACAF Champions region, or I should say round of 16. Just listen for your cue to call, and when you do, be caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN, and you will be at BMO calling for your chance to win a pair only from 710 ESPN. The Lakers are legit good. That's coming up next. It's Trav. DeMarco will be here eventually on 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Amrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we give our students credit. Credit for deciding while stuck in traffic to get a bachelor's degree. Credit for managing 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a full-time job to pursue an MBA. Students at UMGC can use prior learning or relevant experience to earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's. And graduate students can transfer up to 12 credits toward their master's. Flexible online and hybrid classes start March 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So trying to figure this out, DeMarco is either on his way, we think, or he's still on the set at Good. Oh, no,
Here he
no,
is.
no,
There's DeMarco.
no. I wanted, this was, look. I've been waiting my whole life to have my own show, and you only gave me 15 minutes. You only get. We're still looking at you on TV. I'm like, I think that's in the can. You look great.
I still got the makeup
You
on.
look fresh. You look. Your eyes look nice and clear.
Thank you. Is that Jorge?
That's Jorge.
Jorge.
Buenos
What is
dias.
happening?
Oh, DeMarco, you only gave me 15 minutes.
I can go back out. They gave
Welcome
me a
back.
car service, man.
How'd it
Come
go?
on. It was good.
Was it good?
I was hanging out with Cody Kessler.
Cody, the
SC quarterback. He
Yeah.
does a show here on Saturdays.
Okay.
What a fascinating dude.
Yeah.
Kyle Brandt is off the chain.
Yeah, he's wild.
Good God Almighty. He was so calm, and then we went like live, and kaboom, he just exploded. Fun stuff.
Yeah, what'd you talk about?
We talked about the combine.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of combine stuff. We talked about Stafford staying. We chopped it up a little bit. Talked about me, talked about him, talked about everything. It was fun.
Let's cut to the chase. Did you talk about me? Remember, the whole point of this was so you can go on and talk about our show.
I talked about Travis and DeMarco, and the producer came out. Wait,
Yeah.
we're going to start this again. We're going to start over.
Yeah.
Yes. Good to see you, man.
Good
How was
to
the
see you.
weekend?
It was a great weekend.
Yeah.
It was productive and boring in the best possible way. Like I didn't just kind of chilled out. Didn't get involved in too many things along the way. All good.
Did you watch the Oscars?
Nah, Emily asked me that this morning, and I said not a single second. And then I thought about it, which was not true. I watched however long it took Mick Jagger to introduce the whatever it was he introduced.
Best original song.
Got to watch Mick.
I saw Mick. Susan turned it on. We watched Mick introduce that award, and then we went back to doing whatever it is.
We all aspire to be Mick.
Yeah, Mick's in his 80s, I'm assuming.
Yeah, was moving around good, looked good.
He was kind of funny, or at least funny-ish.
He talked for a while.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
No, I missed it. Busy weekend. Lots of stuff going on. So I'm depending on Emily for an Oscar breakdown. I heard Adrian Brody won, right?
Yes, Adrian Brody did win Best Actor. Like I talked about last segment, he had gum in his mouth as he was walking up the stage and turned around, threw it back to his girlfriend, and went up on the stage.
Did she catch it?
No, and it's funny because she kind of was like, "Well, I don't know what to catch it." And then also, his speech was 5 minutes and 40 seconds long.
Is that long?
Too long.
That's super long.
That's too long. By 5.
We do 3 hours. Come on. I mean,
DeMarco, it was the longest Oscar speech in history.
Ever?
Yes.
What did he say?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people are comparing him to Kurt Warner. Like, great beginning, middle part dead, good ending.
Okay.
But he has 2 Oscars.
2 Oscars, yeah. So one
Kurt
the Super
Warner
Bowl,
just missed a second Super Bowl.
And just missed the second one. So, the middle
So
part
he
of
would
his
have been
career.
more like Kurt Warner if Timothy had won.
Oh,
because he would have
lost
just barely missed another one.
But the middle part of his career, not so much.
So I just talked about kind of like the winners. Nora was the big winner of last night. I can talk about the losers from last night.
I love it.
Big losers, Demi Moore. Demi Moore had won almost everything going into this. Mikey Madison had only won the BAFTAs, and she is the lead actress of Honora, and she ended up winning.
Get it.
And she's only the second actress to win the Oscar that was born in the 90s. Who's the other person?
That's
Anybody know?
That's good for us.
Jennifer Connelly.
No.
Look at you.
Another Jennifer Lawrence. And then another loser is Timothy Chalamet's loser. He was dressed in his yellow suit, had Kylie Jenner on
yellow
his
suit, like the guy from Curious George?
Like the mask.
It was like more like it was less, I guess, less yellow, more lime.
Okay.
I know, mix of the two.
They were talking about
key
this
lime.
on the show. They said that he lost because he brought Kylie Jenner.
That's not true. He didn't lose because he lost.
He said he brought
Is that his girlfriend?
Yes.
He brought his mom. He wins, brings her. He loses.
I think I don't know who is next, but I don't think that has anything to do with whether he wins or loses. I think it's because he wasn't good enough. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry, Good Morning Football. I don't know if you. Anyway, and then
that I really wish you would have finished that sentence. That would have been terrific.
And then Big Loser Conclave only won one Oscar. It was kind of the other person in the Best Picture race, and it kind of lost a bunch of key things that it ended up going.
Okay.
And then another loser, Gum.
Loser Gum. Oh, the Gum. Okay. I want to see Conclave. I want to see Conclave. I want to see them all.
Well, we're going to have a real conclave here before long,
potentially.
right?
I mean, I hope Pope Francis pulls through, but we could have a conclave.
I don't really watch the news,
Yeah.
so forgive me. I know that makes me a bad citizen, et cetera, et cetera.
No.
What is his ailment?
It's like, I think it has to do with the lung issue. He's gone in and out of like having assisted breathing, and he's
not particularly old.
I think he is.
Is he?
Most popes are pretty old.
Yeah, I thought he was one of the young. I thought he was the young
Isn't that
hip
prerequisite?
pope.
You
He's
gotta be old?
88 years old,
That's
so it's not a
old?
shock.
I take it back.
Well, that's not really old, depending on where you are.
88?
Depending on where you are.
In which part of the universe is 88 not
You got
old?
people 150 years old.
Okay, there's like one of those, and then everyone else checks out around 80.
That's old. That's definitely old.
88 is on the plus side for
Do you
sure.
remember Evan Moore, the tight end from Seattle?
I don't.
Okay, he was a tight end. I think he played about 8 years. He was the opposing coach this weekend in our little basketball tournament.
Oh, right. You guys had your all-star tournament, right?
All-star tournament. So we were 1-1. We won the first game. We beat his team.
Okay.
And we lost the second game to a much better team. They were better. They were bigger, and they were better coached. But Evan Moore and our head coach almost got into it. It was hilarious over screens.
And this is 10-year-old basketball.
10-year-old, yeah. So there were some screens that should have been called that weren't called. So our coach was like, hey, that's a moving screen. And then Evan popped up. I know what a screen is. Relax. He gave out the relax.
Oh.
Relax. And then
you
he
know
stood
what
up.
telling someone to relax does? Makes them not relax.
Exactly.
It makes
Same
them
for chill.
Hey, take it easy, relax, calm down is another great one.
Right.
Hey, calm down for a second.
I knew what it meant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is now I definitely am not going to calm down or relax or chill out.
Right. Coach Lou, our coach, is not going to back down.
No.
So I had to make sure to stand in between them.
I was going to say, did you act as the buffer?
Yeah, just, everybody relax. We're all good. Talk to the officials. Let the girls play. But you don't want to be fighting Evan Moore in here. But it was fun. And I also hurt my back this weekend doing a great thing. There was a lady who fell.
Oh, no.
And no one saw her. Older lady. She was in one of those sit-down walker things.
Okay.
So we were going to the game, and my daughter had to go to the bathroom. You know how this is when you have kids.
Sure.
So we're on the road. Dad had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, so you
we're
pulled off the road.
pulling right to our church. It was
Okay.
right there. So we pulled in. There was an older lady there. We ran past her, went to the bathroom, and then I saw her fall.
Oh, no.
And there was no one out there. So I had to go run out and catch her and make sure, she got up. But when I'm trying to pick her up, absolutely dead weight. Like she had zero muscle. Right. So I had to deadlift her from a bad spot. Hurt my damn back. Oh, yeah. I'm still in pain.
Worth it, though, right?
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Very worth it. Very worth it.
Yeah.
But the van that pulled up to, take her, her whatever her transportation was, he was sitting in the van watching us.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Sitting in the van.
At least help.
That's what I said. And I waved him over 3 times.
That karma will get him.
Yes.
Karma will get him.
No good deed.
Yeah.
We got her to the van, and I said, she fell.
Yeah.
Make sure she's
Was she
okay.
banged up or anything?
Not really. I
Okay.
mean, she fell backwards. She may have hit her head, but there was no little contusion.
Okay.
So I said she fell. You know what he said? You got to be more careful. Bro, I almost went off on the dude.
Look.
Yeah. I almost went off. Yeah.
Universe will get him.
You think so?
Yep.
Well, they better get him before I do.
Just like Amelia Pettis.
They will. That will
Is
take
everything
care of itself
Oscars
for sure. What do you think? Emily, DeMarco, Emily. I hope you guys get along great together.
Wow.
Wait till I tell you about the ayahuasca retreat I went to. Bro.
Did you do it?
Why do you think I missed a month?
Oh, my
Bro.
God. You did it? Really?
Oh, bro.
What'd you come up with?
Dude,
Oh,
I solved the,
I need to hear this. Oh, my
You
God.
solved
opened up
everything.
for him.
Yeah. You saw everything. You solved everything.
It is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. The Lakers move ahead of Denver in the standings. They are the number 2 seed in the West. We are talking about it all day long thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. The Lakers, what is the next stop beyond hot? What is that?
White hot.
Okay, white hot.
Yes.
They are white hot.
Yes.
Everything that they are doing right now seems to be going their way. That I know that when they made the trade for Luka, it's like, hey, look, man, everything's kind of on the table now. They could go out quick. They could make a run. They could get to the Western Conference Finals. Maybe if everything breaks right, they go to the finals. And I want to take all the guardrails off of this altogether. I don't think there's anything that's out of play right
I think you're exactly right. I'm glad we get to enjoy the Luka show.
Yeah.
Because when he was with the Mavs, you were kind of like upset or pissed off at his little antics.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's doing it for us. It's fun to watch. That is must-see TV every week. Every game.
He's getting better game to game, too. You can tell his fitness is getting a little better.
Yeah.
It's still not great, but it's better, and his shot's starting to fall, and you can tell he's starting to feel it because he's to your point, he's chirping a little bit and in the best possible way.
Yes.
Like when he's doing that.
Jumped in the Clippers' little huddle there.
Yeah.
I laughed my butt off. I'm like, I love this. I love this guy.
And then there's a couple other things that are going on as well that I want to get into next, namely where they are in the Western Conference, which is vitally important that they stay there. That's coming up. DeMarco is here, fresh off of his star turn
with makeup
on Good Morning Football, with his television makeup in full display. It's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Is your vehicle due for service? I think this is the only thing I didn't do this weekend domestically is get my oil change. But if you're ready, head on into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because for 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. No dragging the kids into a dirty waiting room, not at Valvoline. At Valvoline, you stay in your car, safe and relaxed, while the expert technicians make sure that your ride is running at its absolute best. You are in, you are out, you are down the road in about 15 minutes. You can get all of this done. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, wipers, and a whole lot more. And there are 80 spots around Southern California ready to get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. So visit SoCalOilChange.com for one of those 80 locations and grab yourself some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The Lakers are on fire. Back-to-back wins over the Clippers. And the winning streak keeps on rolling.
And the Lakers win again.
Will the Lakers keep their streak alive when the Pelicans come to town tomorrow night?
5 in a row.
Lakers versus Pelicans. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the home of LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers.
And they just keep rolling.
710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco. Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So, are your feelings as hurt as mine are?
About what? About what?
About a certain party that we weren't invited
Oh,
to
you
that
mean-
other people here at 710 were?
Emily's Oscar party
Yeah, that.
we never got the invite to.
Oh, I did. I got it. I don't know.
You got the invite?
Of course, but she's like, I know you're with kids and stuff. You might not have a baby.
we didn't
Oh,
get
you
that.
rejected the RSVP.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
Oh, well, Parker was just in here.
I hope Parker had a nice time.
That's what he said.
Nice for him to get the
It was a
invitation.
nice
Midori
time.
Sours?
Had a fun time with Parker.
He got
Meeting
the
all my
invite,
friends,
though.
yeah.
He got see, friends. See? Friends. There you go. We're not on the friends list.
You guys wouldn't have come.
What do
You
you mean?
guys would not have come.
I guess we'll never know because we
Wow.
weren't invited.
There's no
Give us
chance,
the
in
chance.
the world you would have come.
See, this is not a good defense. That
No.
you would have said no.
That's horrible.
If then you should have even extended it, being certain that we wouldn't come, that we could have the best of both worlds.
You
that
stole
we
my
wouldn't
car.
Be there.
Why? I didn't know you wanted it.
And we weren't there.
I'm sorry, I have no defense. I invited the people that I wanted to see outside of work, and that includes Jorge and Parker.
I don't know what to say.
That's
all right. We're going to have a party.
I worked hard. I try to include people.
Yes.
I try to make people feel welcome. I try to create a team environment. I try to do all these things,
Yeah,
and then when the shoe's on the other foot, bam, no invitation.
Have you guys
partying
seen a
at
single
Gelson's.
movie about the Oscars?
Not one. But
I
that
like
shouldn't
Jell-O
stop us from the
shots.
party.
Oh my
I
gosh.
like
We
Midori
could have kicked
Sours.
it. We could have learned.
Everybody
I like
there had
pizza.
seen at least one movie, okay? Everyone could
DeMarco saw one
participate.
movie.
I saw one.
Which
See?
one?
Dune.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I saw
But it
one.
wasn't one thing.
That's all right. But I did
things.
see
See,
one.
right when you said you haven't seen one movie, well, he did see one. Then she changes the story again.
Big time, right? Just poo-pooed it. Yes.
I like pizza. I like hanging
Would you
out.
guys have
I
wanted
like
to hang
Just
out
say
with a
you
bunch
did-
of 28-year-olds?
I like
Yes,
Parker. I thought I
absolutely.
liked you. I thought you liked me.
Yes.
I watched Emilia Perez at least.
There you go.
Oh, my
Just
gosh.
say you didn't want us there. Go ahead.
Parker, how dare you
Thank
do
you, Parker.
this? The sanctity
Thank you, Parker.
of
Way to go.
Midori Sour.
And said it. He was in here and said it while he opened the door
I was so
she could hear it.
I
You
was
wanted to
so-
rub it in.
No, he wanted his conscience clear.
I was so
See?
easy on Friday. On Friday, I was breezing by. I thought me and Parker had agreed that we weren't going to talk about the infights that had gone out.
Reese, were you invited to the party?
There you go. We need to take
I'm
a
guessing
list.
that's a no.
Who was on the list?
I'm just going to start asking everybody.
Everybody. You go to everyone's party.
I'm going to walk up and down the hallway.
Starting
Were
stuff.
you invited to Emily's party? Because DeMarco and I weren't.
Watch just the most random person in our office have been invited.
There you go.
And you're like, wait, what? And I didn't.
We're going to
anyway.
call her lady for the rest
Hey,
of
Alex,
the day.
were you invited?
Lady. We're going to call you lady.
Whatever,
for the rest of
lady.
the-
When
What's
I go
up,
to you
lady?
and Patrick Cadger's not going to answer.
Lady.
He's going to stonewall me.
Yeah, DeMarco, let's just talk amongst ourselves.
There we go.
today.
Yes.
Let's just do
Hey,
that.
are we going to Chili's? Who won the football thing?
Emily.
So are we going to Chili's?
Lady.
I
Yes,
forgot
we'll
all
be going
about
to
that.
Chili's and Travis will be wearing
You know what we
a
should do,
suit.
DeMarco? You and I should go to Chili's for lunch today.
Yes. We should go right now. Yes, there you go.
And Jorge,
Unreal.
you/Laura won the postseason, so you get to pick the breakfast.
Oh, yeah, breakfast burritos. Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
I was thinking Denny's. Probably.
Make sure to order.
Oh, yeah, the
one,
Grand
two,
Slam.
Order 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, my goodness. You know, it's what you, like we were talking about the guy that you saw watch the old lady fall in the parking lot that did nothing.
Yes.
The universe is going to get him.
Yes.
The universe is going to give you like a hangnail or something, Emily. Nothing
Okay.
severe, but just
Stub your
some
toe.
Just enough that I know what
just
it was.
a minor annoyance.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
next month, you stub your toe in the middle of the night on the coffee table.
I think I already got it this morning, so it's fine.
What was it?
It just got an inconvenience. I'm just
Like a
inconvenience.
mild one, or
A mild inconvenience,
Okay, I need
yeah.
it to be slightly more than a mild. I need it to be a moderate
A
inconvenience.
pimple along the underwear
Okay.
line.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah,
right on the side of
right
your lip.
there.
Yeah.
There you
Those
go.
are the
Right
All
there.
right, can I
Those are the-
apologize? I'm sorry for
No.
not inviting you.
No, no.
Do you think I
No.
mean it?
Here's why. Here's why. Because you fought too hard to explain yourself
Yes.
before. Had at the very
Yeah.
beginning, you said, you know what? Upon further reflection,
Wow.
I probably should have invited you guys,
Was
and I
there
feel
space?
bad about it.
Was there space for us?
Actually, no, it was pretty packed, right, Parker? It was about 12 people. We didn't have a ton of seating.
I'll ask Parker when
I'm
he's
looking at
alone
him.
because
Look me
apparently
in the eye,
Parker
Parker. Was there
will tell
room?
the truth.
See, look, he doesn't want any part of that. Yeah, there you go. Come on.
All right,
That's cool.
so
we'll have our own party.
The
Yeah.
Lakers win again last night.
Man.
They beat the Clippers. And let's start with this. The Lakers were a little shorthanded. No Austin Reeves, no Rui. Okay, so they're missing two of their rotation guys, and Reeves is their third best player. So they're missing important pieces to what they do. The Clippers are full. Kawhi plays, Harden plays, Powell was back. Like they had Zubats played. Like they had their full team. Lakers still won.
Unreal.
And they've won 6 in a row. They've won 18 of their last 22. They've gotten all the way to the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. And I think the part of this, DeMarco, that is the most exciting for me, not one single thing feels fluky about it. Now, they're clearly hot. right? They're clearly hot, but and there is a difference between hot and really good. But I think they're both. I think they're hot and good.
It's got to be fluky. Come on. It's got to be fluky. This guy can't be that good.
This high of a run is unusual because it's pro sports. You're going to lose occasionally.
Yeah.
But for instance, I don't think that the market correction, if they've gone 18-4 in their last 22, I don't think they're going to go 4-18. I don't think they're going to go back to 500. I think that this is clearly a very good team that is playing maybe as well as they possibly can at the moment.
Do you think it's Luka? Do you think it's just Luka?
Luka and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And the energy from Luka.
This started before Luka.
It started before that.
It started before Luka, and now Luka's here. I guess he's capitalizing on it. I don't know.
Is it coaching? Really?
It might be.
All right.
You might have to give it to JJ.
Here's what it is. This is what it is. It's not any one of those things. It's all of these things. Number one, and this I think you give credit to both JJ Redick and the team collectively. They're the best defensive team in the league.
Yeah.
Not just they've got, because they were a bad defensive team or at least a below average defensive team. And it's not like they went from 24th in the league to 17th, which would be an improvement. They're the best defensive team in the league. That's J.J. Redick, and that's the players buying into
it. And LeBron.
And the
Give
players
LeBron
buying into
credit.
it. I'm giving credit to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm giving credit to J.J. for changing the philosophy. Whatever they were doing was not being particularly effective to this swarming thing that they've gotten going right now, and then the players buying into it. It's a grand slam. That's number one. They've got 2 stars, megastars, not just good players, megastars. They're both playing like
all-time greats.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're both playing at that all-time great level.
Yeah.
Number 2, they've got a third option that's really, really good in Austin Reeves. He's not just pretty good, he's very good.
Really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've got the third scoring option on any given night that you need it. They've got role players in Vanderbilt, DFS, and guys like Jackson Hayes that understand exactly what you're asking them to do. In Vanderbilt's case, go out there and foul a bunch of people, play hard, be a pest, be in people's face, knock down a 3 occasionally. Dorian Finney-Smith kind of checks every box.
Bro, he's so good.
He's
really
been terrific.
Yeah, he's good.
He checks defensive boxes. He checks offensive boxes.
Remember what John said? Like, Rui going out means he's going to start, and he may not give that back.
And Jackson Hayes, they're only, quote, big on their roster, or they've only got big that plays. He's a good rim runner. He's not the great defender, but he's dunking. He's getting to the foul line. He's doing all the little stuff that you need him to do at a very high level. There's that. They've got an excellent coach. J.J. Redick clearly knows what he's doing, and guys are buying into it. They're highly motivated right now. Like, how many different spots along this run through 18-4 could they have taken their foot off the gas? Say, okay, we dug ourselves out of this hole. We're in a good spot.
You mean lost some of these games?
Just not. They push. They never slow down. They're
I think
just
the old
forward.
Might have been 3-3, maybe.
Yeah. And I'm not just talking.
Found a way to lose.
I'm talking in this, to your point, DeMarco, pre-Luka Doncic acquisition, they had already started to play with a certain amount of bounce and energy that was not there before.
No doubt. Yes. So going back this is back when they played Miami, where LeBron just looked bad and looked tired. And we were talking, it doesn't matter what JJ says defensively. It matters what LeBron does. He has brought the energy. When he brings the energy, everybody brings the energy, because there's no excuses. If he can do it, I can do it. I love the fact that Jackson Hayes is balling, because when you talk about the Lakers are a big away from being good, you're actually talking about him, as in he's not good enough. So we said this weeks ago. I hope he steps up.
He has so far.
And he has stepped up big time. I mean, look, there's no easy way to say this. I think he has been the catalyst for this change on defense. The way he's the way he's moving, the way he's accepted his role. This has changed the Lakers on defense big time.
Their perimeter defense has been extraordinary too. They're just swarming the ball. And then the last part I want to throw into this is, not only have they been hot, not only have they been playing well, they've been beating really good teams. This is who they've beaten during the run. This isn't everybody they've beaten, but these are the teams that I think you can say legitimately will be playoff teams and have a chance to win a round of the playoffs. They beat the Celtics.
Go there.
They beat Golden State twice.
Yep.
They've beaten the Clippers 3 times. They've beaten Denver. They've beaten Dallas. They've beaten Minnesota. They've beaten the Knicks, and they've beaten the Indiana Pacers.
That sounds like a legit resume to me.
That is nothing but somewhere between pretty good to very, very good teams. And it's not for a week or 2 or 3. We're closing in on a couple of months of high-level basketball, and that's it right there.
I think you can trust it. I think you can trust it. I think you can trust what you see. I know people are like really nervous or kind of, what do you call that? Reluctant to go all in on the Lakers.
Tentative.
Tentative is a good word.
Yeah.
I think this is it. I think you should get ready for this level of excitement for the next 10 years. Or at least if they keep the guy in uniform.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this coming up.
And this is not new. This is the way we used to feel.
It's not new, but it's new in the last few years.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. When they made the deal for Luka Doncic, it felt like one thing, but I think it's been exactly what we felt in the time, but we've added something to it. That's coming up at 10. Coming up next, little Far Side with our TV pal, DeMarco Far. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
You were doing the game.
And I shouted out ESPN LA.
So wait, I'm on a flight.
Right.
I'm watching it. And they come over to George. And let's go over to George, And George says, hey, guys, LA is super stoked on Luka. I do a daily talk radio show here on ESPN LA 710.
Yeah.
And you said, the fans are, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it, but
over the moon or something like that.
It was a
overjoyed.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
And I texted him good report.
Yeah.
You're inches.
I almost said it.
Inches.
Almost said Sedano and Cap.
My show every day on ESPN LA, Sedano and Cap. You chose
I should have just kept going.
You
I
chose
said.
not to mention the name of the show.
I should have just kept going.
I mean, it was gratuitous enough to mention the radio station, which I love.
At that point, right.
Let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob and Ronnie.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Ronnie, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace talking about the amazing, spectacular Cosm. Best place to watch sports. Cosm is the ultimate sports experience. NBA, NHL, college basketball, Premier League, WWE, more. On massive, high-resolution displays, you got to experience the Dome at Cosm. Immersive shared reality that wraps around you. It's like being on the field or on the court. Inside the hall at Cosm, wall-to-wall live multi-view sports. Go to Cosm.com to get your tickets today. That's COSM.com.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
So on Good Morning Football, we were talking about the Combine, a lot about the Combine. Did I tell you my Combine story?
When you went?
When I went to the Combine?
The part about Mean Joe Green watching you jump, you told me that.
Jump,
Yeah.
Al Davis was with the stopwatch.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff, and how weird it was to be in that room with all the other great players in college football. It was strange, walking around in your underwear.
Yeah. That's just, I get it, locker rooms and all that stuff, but it's still odd.
It was odd. It's weird. When you're walking around in underwear or locker room gear, you're in a locker room.
Right.
We're out in the middle of everywhere, and there's people like in sweatsuits, jeans.
Where did you go was it still in Indy when you went?
It was in Indy.
Okay.
It's always been. Did they move it once?
I don't know.
I think they may have moved it once. I'm not sure, but it's always been to Indy. Going to Indy was a big deal. But just that whole process, we were talking about it this morning, like how vulnerable you are. They didn't tell us back then. It's different now. It's on TV. It's a big show. You could see your times. You can see how you're doing. Back then, they didn't tell us anything.
You just run and
you just
that's
run.
it.
It's dead silent. Nobody's cheering for you.
Yeah.
You see the one quarterback that did run in this year's Combine?
Who was it?
So he ran, and he was playing to the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Having a good time. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's weird. With us, it was nothing. Like, you're looking at an empty part of the stadium.
Yeah.
All the coaches are over here, so it's just very serene. You could hear other coaches coaching. It was just wild. And I thought this was weird. I thought that was the process. Getting through this, performing when you're not at your best or when you're not comfortable. I thought that was the process of the Combine. Now it's a little bit different. Like Shedeur Sanders was there, and he's interviewing, being talked to, asked questions with Cam Ward right there. So it's another thing. You want to see what this guy's all about when it's that environment, when everybody's studying you.
All eyes on you.
All eyes on you, all this stuff. So it's about athletic training. It's about seeing if the what you saw on film does it translate to athletic ability. You're making decisions on people. It's also about how that kid does in that environment.
Sure.
When you're not comfortable.
Sure.
I know I had better numbers when you took it back to our pro day at UW.
Yeah.
Because I know that track. I know these people. I'm comfortable. I slept in my own bed.
Sure, people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the Combine, just talking and bringing back those memories. And like I said, getting dressed next to Willie McGinnis and being weighed and measured next to Willie McGinnis.
It's a bad draw.
That's a horrible draw. The guy's got no body fat.
Yeah, no, that guy is a specimen.
Yeah, and next to him is the Pillsbury Doughboy. Me, right there. It was just weird. So watching those kids right now go through it. And the funny thing is, another thing is, all those kids, or most of them, are coming into the league with tons of money already.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's crazy. And they're getting ready to start paying high school players.
Oh, sure.
Can you imagine that?
That's how it goes. Pros make it. Took a long time. College guys are going to make it. We know that high school teams in every state and every place, they recruit. They say they don't, but of course they do.
Yes.
Because all of a sudden, all of these good players end up in one spot. And and I'm just making this up, why does a kid that lives in Riverside go to high school in Orange County? Like,
better team?
Right. Better team, no tuition. We'll take care of it.
Yes.
Of course they're going to start doing it.
We were talking with Cody Kessler about going into coaching. Like, these guys spend 11 months a year recruiting, and not just high school. You're trying to keep your own guys. You're recruiting guys.
You got to re-recruit them.
Re-recruit them. It never ends. Now you're starting to pay high school players.
Yeah.
We are on the Titanic. There's the iceberg.
I know.
Soon we're going to hit it.
We
got problems.
And then I think what happens after that I think gets interesting, because
once we hit the iceberg,
how do we fix it, and how do we try to reconfigure it that makes a little bit of sense to where
it may be too far gone.
It might be. Yeah, it might be. You might be right, but it's a weird deal, because I love that the players have the ability to move around. I think they've earned it. I love that the players make a little money because they're generating a lot of this money. They should share in it. I also hate what it's done to college sports.
Big time.
It's like,
I know.
all of these things are true. It's funny. I went to a college baseball game on Saturday afternoon. I went and watched SC and Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Okay, SC's 9-1. They're really good.
Ooh.
Vanderbilt's a top team. They go to the College World Series over and over. So I went and watched, and you're looking at it, and there's one California team ranked in the top 25 in the college baseball
Just
poll.
one?
One.
Wow.
It's UC Santa Barbara, coincidentally. Okay,
Yeah.
Go Gauchos, my guys. Not Stanford, not UCLA, not USC.
Are they transferring too?
No.
Oh.
So I was talking with a buddy of mine. I'm like, where are all the California players? He goes, they all go to the SEC and the ACC. And I said, they just really want to, because they have these 10,000-seat baseball stadiums, all these things. They just want to put, he goes, Trav, they pay. I'm like, oh, right.
Makes sense.
They pay.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to Alabama or Georgia or LSU or North Carolina or one of these things, there's NIL money to be had in baseball, and USC and UCLA and Stanford, they're not doing that.
Yeah.
They're certainly not doing it at a level comparable to these other places. And if I got a chance to go making up numbers here, $50,000, I'm going.
I'm out. Pay for my Camaro. Yeah. Pay for my Hellcat, no doubt. Help me out. What year is Juju Schuster?
Year in the league, or how old is he?
Not Juju Schuster. SC.
Juju Watkins. I was going to say,
sorry.
Juju Watkins is a sophomore. She's got one more year until she can go to the league. She could stay for 2 if she wants.
By rule, she has to play one more year?
Yes.
Okay.
I keep getting that wrong.
Yeah.
Adam Silver. Juju Watkins.
I got a David Silver story for you later today.
Yeah. I just wonder, does she leave for more money?
Well,
because I would pay anything to have her on my team.
I think SC probably wouldn't. They'd be hard pressed to lose a bidding war for her.
Oh, good.
Because she's the program.
I heard
they have to actually be correct myself. They have to be at least 22 years old in the calendar year in which the draft takes place to be
turn
eligible.
pro.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I heard SC is starting to pull together money. Like they're actually getting their act together.
Good.
Yeah, me too.
Good. If you want to be good, that's your only option.
I knew it was out there. SC's got a ton of money.
They do.
And by the way, that game on Saturday was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She balled.
No,
Absolutely.
it's not whether they have it or not. It's whether they want to spend it or not. That's I don't think they're having trouble getting it together. They have to your point. It's USC. I mean, what's the stereotype of the USC guy?
Bling,
He's
bling.
rolling in cash, right? That's who they are.
That's all right.
Famous
that's okay.
alumni.
You all work
Hollywood
for us
alumni.
someday. Yeah, no doubt.
Right. And it's not
tell
that
them not to go to the film school. Put it into the basketball
There you
program.
go.
Do you want to win? If the answer to that is yes, then start spending
Isn't that better for
money.
your program if you're good? Of
course.
When you're great, you make money hand over fist.
But the thing is, she came to USC when she's like one of the only top players to not go to UConn, South Carolina, Iowa.
Is she local?
I don't know for sure. Let me look at that.
Yeah. But just finishing up the combine thing. So when you're done, you get dressed, you walk outside, and
she is local.
You're instantly alone. Combine over. You know what it feels like? Not being invited to an Oscars party. We're not done.
So it feels bad?
You have other friends. You can go to a different Oscar party. By the way, Juju went to Sierra Canyon.
Okay. There you go. Nice.
It does feel horrible.
It does feel
You know
horrible.
what feels nice, DeMarco?
What?
To be included. To be
Yes.
to be thought of amongst your friends
You were
and
thought of.
colleagues and peers.
Hey,
And I said no.
Would you like to come to the party?
I got this thing going on this weekend. If you got some
Yes.
time, love to see you.
She's leaning into it.
You
hear
guys are
that?
thought of. They're like, oh, Travis would have enjoyed this drink.
Oh, look at that.
I did use your the glass you gave me for Christmas,
Oh, yeah.
like the weighted bottom glass,
It's a
and I
good
get what
glass.
you're saying. It is a better glass, and so I did think about you. I was like, wow, this was a great glass.
Mimosas you guys had?
The Midori Sours.
Midori Sours.
Yeah, it looks green.
You know the Midori Sour and the martini glass I gave you would have been.
It would have been good too, but I had so many people that I had to kind of have the different glasses going.
Give me the red Solo. I'm happy. Give me the red Solo.
Okay.
It's a classy party. No
Here's
red
the
Solo
thing.
cups.
I'm with you. If you gave me a drink with a
Yeah.
red Solo, I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
But if I'm pouring you, let's say I'm going to pour you a little Johnny Walker Blue.
Okay.
I'm not giving you that in a red Solo cup. I'm
If that's
going
all
to
you
give you that in
got,
a real
give it to
glass.
me. Yeah.
you
Or
want a
give me
real
the
glass.
bottle. I'll take care of it myself.
You want a real glass. All right. You were talking about the Lakers for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Yes, but something other than that has changed dramatically. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. 213-747-2000. That's the number for the law office of Joseph S. Normand. If you are hurt in a car accident, if you get hurt, walking through a store, something falls on you, something isn't where it's supposed to be, and you get injured, know your rights and give the law offices of Joseph S. Normand a call.
Accidents are devastating. By the way, I'm still going through that process, bro.
Are you?
I really am. I
Yeah.
have to take it in for an estimate today.
There you go.
They're crazy. I called Joe first, but accidents can be devastating. I got rear-ended. It sucks. My family was in the car. Scary.
Sure
We're
it
all
is.
okay, but it's just scary. The recovery process, difficult to deal with. No one should have to face this alone. Call Joe like I did. Make you feel better. He's going to be on your side. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to any insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process. Remember that. Call Joe first.
And if you think, well, I know my policy, I know what's covered, have an expert look at it. Have Joe look at it. He knows what the insurance company is supposed to do, not what they're offering you. So pick up the phone and call 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
I love it when you know what you're talking about and you tell them that. They go, 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Tell them Travis and DeMarco sent you.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
It's important for Laker fans to understand this. If you listen to any national NBA expert, they will tell you the Lakers are not competing for a title this year. They will say that the Lakers are a year away. They've got to go through an offseason and go get a big man. They give the Lakers zero chance. I'm telling you, and I'm around these guys all the time. The players and the coaching staff absolutely don't believe that, and it is fueling them. It is if you put JJ Redick on a lie detector and you asked him, can you run through the West and go back to the NBA Finals and win a championship this year, he would say absolutely, and he would pass.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
The official partner of Palm Tree Crew at the Waste Management Open is now bringing fans to the biggest rivalry in golf, the Ryder Cup. USA versus Europe. Fired up crowds, unmatched intensity. This isn't just golf, it's a battle for supremacy. With Absolute Sport, you'll get premium access, luxury accommodations, and the ultimate fan experience. Don't just watch history, be a part of it. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
The Lakers are on fire. Back-to-back wins over the Clippers, and the winning streak keeps on rolling.
And the Lakers win again.
Will the Lakers keep their streak alive when the Pelicans come to town tomorrow night?
5 in a row.
Lakers versus Pelicans. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the home of LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers.
And they just keep rolling.
710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, how fast can you walk?
That's a really interesting question. You would think that would be a setup. I've gotten pretty fast.
What do you think your miles per hour are on, like, walking?
It's above 4 because I'm going under 15 per mile.
Okay. I can do 4.7.
Okay.
Not for an extended period, but walking before I have to get up and trot.
Yeah.
Like Olympic style walking when you do the hips.
Yeah, I can do that.
4.7.
I can do that.
My goal is 5.
That's fast.
That's jogging.
That's 12-minute miles.
That's when I used to run.
Yeah.
So my goal is to walk as fast as I used to run.
I can't do that.
Yeah, at least for 1 mile.
I could do it for 1 mile.
Yeah.
I could do it for a mile. I did I did 2 long hikes this weekend.
Yeah.
I did one on Saturday that was just kind of normal, whatever, but at decent pace. And then yesterday I tried to go fast.
Yeah.
And I kind of was.
Hurt? Oh, you were moving.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was down in the high 13, like 13:20 per mile.
There you go. That's a nice sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
You'd be proud of me. I took 2 days off.
Oh,
First time,
back
and I
to
don't know,
back.
back to back.
That's not like you.
I didn't do anything.
You bet you feel pretty good today.
I do. Can't wait to get back at it though.
No. That's the whole idea. A couple days off makes you kind of want to jump back in it again.
Last week, bro.
Were you?
I was bad off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you skip it today because you had TV?
I'm going to work out later.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk later.
Yeah.
I could not get it in the morning. I think I can. I might have to get up at like
Do they give you all the good TV stuff? Do they feed you? Do they do all that fun stuff?
It's incredible.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, it's incredible.
I know.
I didn't want any of it because I can't eat before I do anything. But yeah, it's
What was
nice.
it?
Whatever you want. Somebody brought me coffee.
That's nice.
Come on. Anybody have any coffee? Yeah, I'll bring it right out to you. Yeah. Come on. It was
How do you
nice.
take that, Mr. Farr?
Black. Yeah.
I was one of those little
actually, she
interns
said-
one time.
She said black, and I said, yes, I am.
How did you know?
right.
Yeah.
The one time I worked on Good Morning Football when I was at NFL Films, Reggie Bush was one of the people that were on, and so one time we were walking down a hall, and we did the thing where we're going the same, we're gonna get around each other, and he went like this around me,
You
like
did the
that
dance moves.
I was like, that's cool that Reggie Bush did that to me, and then I also would get Kay Adams her coffee as well.
nice.
So it was that. It's fun for the other person sometimes too.
Yeah.
TV is good because TV has more money and TV spends money and TV likes to have all the little accoutrements.
The bells
on the
and
side.
whistles. They do a good job. It's
I will not
fun.
be making you guys coffee. I'm sorry.
It's
No,
supposed
nor
to be
would I
fun.
ask. But it's if this were a TV show, it wouldn't. We'd have a different person that was there.
Are you guys still brewing over here or no?
What's that?
Are you guys still brewing
Greg's
at
office?
Yeah. Well, I'm a little reluctant to go in there now. Greg's under the weather, so
Mutaba monkey.
I'm gonna let him come in there with a Lysol detonator and
There you
clean
go.
that place off before I
Mutaba!
touch anything in there. The Mutaba virus is no joke.
Mutaba!
Oh, by the way, DeMarco, I watched No Way Out on Saturday.
What'd you think?
I thought, and I'm not going to spoil it, but the twist was good. The twist got me.
Yeah, it's good.
I thought the twist was what happened about 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I got it. Why? And then you're like, then you watch the last scene, and you're like, oh. And the whole thing, I was like, I know that first scene is going to be important. The first scene you walk in, and he's talking to these guys.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know this is going to be important later, so let me file that away. And then I didn't realize what was happening there. Solid 80s movie. Very good DC movie. A low key, I've seen all of this, like the fight in the Union Station, loved it.
Espionage.
The running through the Georgetown, it was a very good Washington D.C. DMV movie, and I was like, wow, I actually recognize all these
What was his
things.
name? The Russian name. What was his name
Well,
at the end?
I don't remember. I really
Was
don't.
it Kostya?
I was
Something like that. Yeah.
attempting to spoil free.
The movie's
I
40
just said
years
the movie's 40
old.
years old.
The
If you
movie's
haven't
40
seen it,
years
yeah.
old. I feel okay there. Well,
It's Yuri. His name is Yuri.
Yuri, that's it. Yes. Okay.
So here's something that I'm sure you have a replacement for this, and Jorge, you're not. Well, you might be, but DeMarco and I are exactly in the sweet spot for that movie for a couple of different reasons. Number one, as children of the 80s and growing up in the height of the Cold War, okay? We lived, and I don't want to overstate this too much. It wasn't like where you couldn't stop thinking about it every day, but the threat of nuclear war was real.
Every day.
Was real. And
we thought it was coming.
You would do drills. It was a real thing. And
Yes.
every time something would happen in another part of the world, it felt like,
Here it
here we
comes.
go again.
Let's go
and
dig a hole.
this is why the Olympics, this is why so many of these other things, movies of that era,
Ivan Drago.
we had a villain that everybody would align against, right?
Yes.
And whether that was right or wrong, but it's like the Russians were the bad guys in every.
If it was a bad guy Russian, name him Ivan.
Yeah.
Everybody was named Ivan.
In sports, in movies, in politics, in all of it, it just was, they were the other. They were the bad ones, and it was real. And from the time you were old enough to understand how the world works, oh, by the the way, they got this stuff that could just make the world blow up today.
Right.
It is a simpler in terms of like a storytelling device than nowadays but the thing is, the simple answer is these movies are much more international now. You don't want to give up the market in Russia. You don't want to give up the market in China, which is why when our big bads in the movies these days are general like amalgamations of a bunch of big bads.
Yeah, a bunch of guys.
So like Top Gun Maverick had you didn't know who the big
enemy,
bad
right?
was.
No label.
But if it was made in the 80s, it would have been Russia.
No doubt.
Although in the 80s, in
Yeah.
Top Gun, unidentified enemy.
That's true.
They were just Red Star, which implied
Well, you knew who it was.
Could be
Yeah.
could be China, could be Russia, could be North
That
Korea.
MiG
could
pilot
be
was not
Libya.
He was Russian. That was a white dude.
But they didn't identify them as Russians.
Right.
They didn't. They were very specifically not identified.
Simple answer is that we rely more on the international markets than we used to. But I liked the movie. It was fun. I had a good time. And it's an 80s movie. It's an 80s thriller.
Van Damme, one of his first roles, he played a Russian villain.
Did he?
Named Ivan Drazinski.
They're all named
Yeah,
Ivan.
how about that? Ivan
all
Drago.
named
Ivan
Anyway,
Drazinski.
I liked it. It was
Yeah,
good.
good
Gene
stuff.
Hackman's good in that too.
Gene Hackman was good. Also, the who
Give Costner some love.
He's great.
Come on.
Oh, I'll give him some love.
There you go.
Kevin Costner looked
You
real
like,
good.
You like young Kevin
See,
Costner?
Kevin
There you
Costner,
go,
young
yeah.
Kevin Costner looked real good. Also,
Yeah.
Will Patton just going.
Oh, yeah. Funny.
So he's chewing on the scenery in that
Funny.
movie for
Yeah.
sure.
I like
but,
Will Patton.
but he's good in it.
He's overacting a little bit.
More than a little bit, but he's supposed to be that
it's a melodrama.
obsequious little, guy to the heavyweight. And he'll
I want
never
him
be
to be
the heavyweight.
my
I was
best
like-
friend in a movie.
Oh,
He's
that's
great.
That's
yes.
the DC from Remember the Titans. I was
Yes.
like, oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another DMV movie.
Not Yost. What was his name?
Yost.
Yost.
Yes.
Mind your defense, Yost.
Right.
You worry about your defense, Yost.
But no, I love young Costner.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah.
It
good
is
movie.
an LAFC ticket giveaway on 710. Call 877-710-ESPN. Oh, I don't know. Let's just call it right now for your chance to win tickets to tomorrow's game at BMO as the Black and Gold battle Columbus in the CONCACAF Champions Round of 16. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN, and you will be at BMO only from 710 ESPN.
I could have gone to that game. Mario gave me tickets. I couldn't
go.
go though.
I'm
wanted to
going.
Are you going?
gonna go?
Yeah.
Man, I love. That's a great environment.
See,
It's
we
fun.
could have hung out together
No,
outside of
I'm
work.
glad I'm not going now. See, glad I'm not going. Matter of fact, I may go in a
She had
private
the nerve
car.
to say
Come on.
See, just lean into it.
Wow.
Just, you didn't invite us, and that's how it's going to go. It's
Dang.
fine. We were talking about the Lakers a second ago,
Yeah.
and how you said, and I agree with you, that when they acquired Luka Doncic, when they made that trade, it felt like the light at the end of the tunnel got very bright. That the Lakers had been, for the last 3 or 4 seasons, kind of boring to watch, kind of not very exciting. That their path to winning was very narrow. Like it just like everything would have to break their way, and it didn't seem like there was an opportunity for whenever LeBron was done playing that okay, everything's cool. We'll go win championships after that. It was like when this ends, I don't even know what happens next. Luka comes and it changes immediately.
Yeah.
Right. Immediately to the future is as bright as it could possibly be. You have a 26-year-old megastar who's in the meat of his prime and will probably continue to get better over the next several years.
Liking Luka does not mean you hate AD.
No, I don't think so.
That drives me nuts. Like, what about AD? He was great. I like this show a lot better.
Luka's just a better player.
And I can say that. Yeah.
It's
we can all say
not
that.
disrespectful to
I
say
know.
that the best guy in the league or the second best guy or whatever he is better than the other guy. He isn't.
The thing that's different between AD and Luka is LeBron. This is a whole different LeBron
It is.
than we've seen in a while.
It is. And the opening up of whatever may happen next, like the next season, the season after that, you said 10 years from now, take 5, 8, 9, whatever it is.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Whatever that is. What I don't think that anyone saw coming was what's happening this season. That he would show up like this year. It was like, hey, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they still get knocked out in the first round, but that's okay because we got nothing but chance after chance after chance. Well, DeMarco, they may go to the finals this year.
Could be.
They could. It's not. I'm not saying it's likely or that they're going to, but it's no longer far-fetched to look at this team and think they can win an NBA championship this season. They're not the favorites. They're not the team I'm picking, but they could do it, and it wouldn't shock anybody.
And that
the way
may
they've looked.
change. You may wind up
Yeah.
picking them towards the end of the year if they
Yeah.
keep going the way they're going. The thing is about Luka and how this team is playing. Clearly, I hate to say this, why not? It's his team.
Of course.
You can tell.
Welcome to the party.
You can tell by the way they're playing, the way he's playing. This is his team. Everything goes through him, and I think that's the right way to do it. I think everybody's bought in. And another thing, if you want to get the best out of Luka, whatever the negatives were coming out of Dallas, whatever they did to just really dump on the guy, if you want to put him in the best environment where he has to be, I guess, accountable, it's this environment. When you're playing like this, you're going to have to be in shape to keep up with how you're playing. You can't let down on the defensive end. I like what LeBron said. It's not about the offensive side. This is who we are defensively. This is what we respect, not the offensive side. Not the Luka that's throwing in rainbows or being that guy. It's contributing on the other end. That takes effort. You have to be in shape for that. So if you want to get the most out of Luka, the max out of his talent, put him in an environment like this.
Yep.
That's unforgiving.
And the max Luka, LeBron is just reinvigorated. He just looks so different.
You don't have to carry the load.
And that's it. Like you said, that it's Luka's team. And the second they made the deal, even if it wasn't like the fact, it was. He's so much younger. And LeBron has worked his way back inside the top 10 in this league and maybe even inside the top 8 or 5 or 6 or whatever. But Luka's 2 or 3, depending on it. So Luka's the better player. And everybody knows that and everybody understands that. But LeBron,
or the younger.
He's 15 years younger.
Yeah, he's younger.
I mean, it's crazy. So
I don't think he'll ever eclipse LeBron, though.
What do you mean?
As far as championships and everything.
No. I mean,
so that's clearly the GOAT, but this is just the better player now.
I'm with you on that. But this is opened up now because LeBron is here now. That if you just flip-flopped AD and Luka, it's like, yeah, okay, we got a great player. Let's see what happens next. But LeBron just got an influx of energy. The team has an influx of energy. The fans have an influx of energy. And it wasn't just I can't wait for next season when they shuffle the roster and they add this piece or that piece. DeMarco, it could happen now.
It can happen right now.
It can happen now. And that blows it. Laker fans always feel like they're going to win the title. And it just hasn't been true for a very long time.
I haven't felt that way in a while.
I haven't felt that way since 2020. Yeah. Even when they went to the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago, it was like, yeah, Memphis was not ready for this. You were the perfect matchup for Golden State, and then Denver swept you. Yeah. And then they were out in the first round a couple of times. It's like, whatever.
You know what changed it for me? Getting past Denver.
That one win?
Yeah. Blowing them out up there.
I mean, that was good. Yeah. But to me, it's much more than a one-time. It's just been the last month or so. It's just this. It's energy, it's defense, and Luka.
For me, it's just like, okay, you're playing great defense, Luka, but you still haven't played Denver. Always.
Yeah.
Denver was that what do you call that? The final boss, the monster in the
boogeyman.
The boogeyman. And then you go up there and absolutely stomp them. For me, it's like when you get past that mental hurdle, what else is in front of you?
They've got the Pelicans tomorrow. I'm looking at this real quick here to see what because they've got some teams coming up in the next couple of days or this week that it gets pretty real all of a sudden. The Pelicans, which is weird because some of the games that they've lost to, here's who they've lost to. Their last 3 losses are Charlotte, awful, Utah, awful, Philly, awful. Like genuinely awful teams are 3 of their last 4 losses.
This week they got Knicks, Boston, Denver,
Milwaukee.
Here we go again.
Yeah, and then Denver again in the middle of the month.
Erases bad ones.
Yeah,
when you drop ones you shouldn't, and you win ones that you probably should not on the other end.
But it's not even a 1-for-1 anymore. It's the only and you look at this, and again, it's Philly, it's Utah, and it's Charlotte. That's just they didn't show up that night.
Yeah,
that's just they for whatever reason they just meh.
What do you think of all the stuff that LeBron's been taking lately? About face of the game. It seems like every talking head is on his head right now. Yeah. Stephen A. coming after him.
I'll be honest.
Wilbon popped off recently.
I saw what he said, and I didn't quite understand it. So I started to kind of unravel the ball
Why would
of yarn.
You want to be face of the league?
Not even that. I really didn't know where it had come from. So I kind of backed it up all, and I'm like, oh, okay. Now it's completely uninteresting to me.
Oh, really?
Okay. And here's why. We don't decide who it is. It happens organically.
Yeah.
The face of the league is the best player in the league on the team that's winning a whole bunch of titles.
But would you reject it, though?
You can't. It's not up to you. No,
you can. KD kind of. I mean,
he's never been the face of the league.
When they were trying to make him, this is backpack Kev. They were trying to, and he backed away from it.
It wasn't up to him. He wasn't on the right team at the right time. He's a terrific player.
Yeah,
but
you can lose it. You Kobe was.
It changes.
Lost it.
The
got it back.
reason Kobe had it was he was really good, and then he was really good again on championship teams. LeBron has kind of had it for the longest period of time because, with very few exceptions, he's been on one of the best teams. Steph has been it for the last 10 years or so. They've won 4 titles.
He's that guy, right?
It's Steph and LeBron right now. It's not Anthony Edwards right now. It will never be Anthony Edwards unless he's the best player in the league and Minnesota's going to the finals and winning.
Yeah,
you don't get to decide or reject. It just happens organically.
It's their point about when you put a crown on your head and you call yourself the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and you invite that sort of criticism. So you can't say it's a media-driven thing when you hear negative.
It's organic.
When you're out into that environment.
No.
Okay.
I like Anthony Edwards. I think he's fun. I think he's a colorful personality and all that kind of stuff. But he was just...
I think it's funny,
he
though.
He was yapping in the wind.
LeBron gets heat for something somebody else said. Now, he co-signed it. I get it. But I was like, come on, dude. They're always nitpicking at the guy.
I don't think it's that negative. I really don't. I don't think that the tenor of the sport. It's now more people can tell you stink to your face via social media and stuff like that than ever before.
It seems like they couldn't wait to jump to go all in on the guy.
I didn't get it. I still really don't get it. And what I kind of do understand about it, I'm bored by.
I just see why LeBron fans, like the ones that really love him, I see why it's them against the world. Because anything that comes up, if he comments on it, he just gets pounded into the Stone Age.
All right. Matthew Stafford is here. Alaric Jackson is here. How wide is that window? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Prize Picks. You know it by now, right? Pick more, pick less with Prize Picks. So tonight, for instance, Steph Curry back in his old hometown of Charlotte. 19.5 points. More? I like more, for sure. That's what we're talking about with Prize Picks. Klay Thompson, 2.5 assists or more, right? I like that as well. This is Prize Picks. You pick more, you pick less, and it takes what you're already doing, watching basketball, hockey, baseball is right around the corner, and makes it even more fun because you can stick with it all game long. So put the app on your phone, the Prize Picks app on your phone, and put in the code 710. And when you use the code 710, you're going to get $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't need to win the first $5 lineup. You're going to get the $50, win or lose. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy with Prize Picks.
The Lakers are on fire. Back-to-back wins over the Clippers. And the winning streak keeps on rolling.
And the Lakers win again.
Will the Lakers keep their streak alive when the Pelicans come to town tomorrow night?
5 in a row.
Lakers versus Pelicans. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the home of LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers.
And they just keep rolling.
710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN. Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink? See?
No.
No? Not at all? Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Is this the thing they tried to get going, or is this the actual song?
No, this is them trying to get it going. The clip of them and their speech.
Best song for you.
They actually sing the song.
No,
right?
they just wrote it. They're the French people that wrote the Spanish song, which is also just such a terrible sentence to say. And the name of the song is El Mal, which is like just the bad.
The bad?
Yeah. It's so stupid. That whole movie was so stupid.
Your general takeaway from Oscar night was?
Honora crushed it.
Did you enjoy watching the telecast?
Yeah.
That was Conan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll answer Conan in just a second. You just reminded me of something. Why did we have an 8 to 10 minute Bond segment? There's no Bond movie coming out. I know Bond just sold to
the
Amazon.
50th anniversary
No,
or
it's
something?
not an anniversary. There's no movie coming out. They were recognizing the Broccoli family, which were recognized at the Governor's Award, which is, I know officially why they had this whole. It's a long segment. They had Doja Cat, they had Ray, and they had Lisa perform, and a market quality dance. And it's like, this is a very long portion of this award show that's already 3 hours and 45 minutes long. Maybe we just take out the Bond. Again, if there was a movie or an anniversary, I would welcome it, but the Bond just got...
sense.
Here's what happened. Amazon probably paid to have it on because Amazon just bought the rights to Bond, and they'll also ruin Bond for the rest of the Bonds going forward.
Why
just
did they
saying.
ruin Bond?
Because any corporate entity like that will just ruin Bond.
So you're just assuming they're going to ruin it.
Like,
Pierce Brosnan's
actually,
Bond was kind of
I'm
bad.
going to stop
That was a
myself
long
before
time
what
ago.
I was going
Yeah.
to give as my example. In the break, I will give the example of another corporate entity that has ruined a franchise. But, yeah.
Longest running character, right, in movies?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Bond has been around forever.
Yeah. So hopefully Amazon does a good job with it, but
Who's your
I
first
doubt
Bond?
it.
The one that I remember seeing first,
Yeah.
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore, yes.
Yeah.
Who's your first Bond?
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Who's your first Bond?
Daniel Craig is the first one I
Daniel Craig.
watched.
How about that?
Yeah.
Same character, same guy. Yeah.
But yeah, telecast too long, too much singing. They had Cynthia and Ariana open the show, then they had Conan, and then Conan did his own singing number, like kind of a jokey singing number thing. And they had the Bond number, which was too long and for no reason. And then they also had a Quincy Jones, The Wiz number with Queen Latifah. Again, but for not a musical show, that's too many musical numbers. Like, let's count them. Let's get it down.
Okay.
But overall, I was really happy with the winners. No one made me upset, truly, besides maybe El Mal. I thought the speeches were good. I thought Conan was really good. So, funny enough, on Friday at the Largo, Conan tried out his jokes. So
you went to see someone else and he just dropped in?
Yeah, the Largo does a thing where we'll do like someone and friends. So I was seeing Kate Berlant. Love her. She's a great comedian to me. But it's always like, who knows who's going to show up?
Right.
So Kate goes up, does 30 minutes. Then she's like, I have this person that's coming up next. I've like looked up to him. He's my inspiration. He's a role model. Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, that's
and then
cool.
Zach Galifianakis does 30 minutes, kills, great.
Is he a good? I think he's very funny. The Two Ferns
his
thing
stand-up.
in movies,
Yeah.
he's really a funny kid. But is he a good stand-up?
It was actually my first stand-up special that I've ever got obsessed with was his stand-up
Okay.
special. I think he's fantastic.
Okay.
It's a lot of like punchlines. Not like he basically just says something and like lets the crowd react. It's not like a lot of stories.
Okay.
And then after Zach, Kate comes back out and then introduces Conan, and then Conan's like, and I don't get role model, and then Conan tries out his jokes. He has his cards in front of him, and basically,
how many of the jokes in his set did he use last night?
Over half. I basically saw everything that Conan was going to do, besides the musical number, because he wasn't going to do that for just the Largo.
Yeah.
But it was still funny to see it happen as it went. So
that's got to be such an unbelievably and look, Conan O'Brien's been on TV forever, and he's been very successful. And he's not my favorite, but I don't dislike Conan O'Brien in any meaningful way. But walking out in a room full of all those people and trying to make someone laugh is a really tough putt. And all of a sudden, you go out there and you throw out a joke or two, and everybody's just kind of like checking their watch and looking at the guy next to them and like looking at their phone like next. Like I can't imagine the feeling of desperation if you were up there and you knew it wasn't going great.
Entertaining the entertainers.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Oscars specifically is difficult because that room is stuffy.
Well,
that room is
pretty uptight.
They're uptight. They're nervous. They know the joke is going to be at their expense. They're nervous because they want to win, and so that comes out in myriad of different ways. Yeah. And they're also very famous, and so they're not used to being in this stuff. So
wouldn't you be hammered?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be hammered up there.
I would be a stop or two short of hammered.
Oh, okay.
I would be in a good mood.
I'd go full slash. Be hammered. Can't even have a speech.
Yeah. Well, then maybe do 5.5 minutes like Adrian Brody. Just
was he bombed?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Emily?
So he didn't bomb. It just
no,
wasn't
was he bombed?
that. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
He did. So, you guys remember when Adrian won the very first Oscar for his role in the Pianist.
Yeah.
Get that confused with Piano Lesson, same thing.
Yeah.
Similar to The Brutalist, also depressing. But he goes up on stage and kisses Halle Berry, and that's kind of been
that's
like,
right.
Man, you can't get away with that. Yeah.
Well,
she did
on the red carpet. Halle Berry went up to him and kissed him.
Got him back.
Funny.
All right.
Yeah. That's funny.
Wife or girlfriend? I thought it was a girlfriend.
Girlfriend. They're gonna get there.
It was Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife.
Wait, how about the Adam Sandler thing? Was that a bit or was that for
that's
real?
A bit. I forgot to mention. It was a bit in the Conan's monologue where he just kind of went to Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler went back with him for a little bit, and it wasn't. I thought it wasn't my favorite thing, but I know other people liked it.
As a schlub, right?
Yeah, he showed up like ready to play 5-on-5.
Yeah.
That's how he dresses.
Yeah. But that was the whole joke. Was that's how he dresses.
He can ball though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard he's
Adam
pretty good.
Sandler can ball.
I've heard he's pretty good. ESPN LA, the Lakers and BB Go are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the Lakers' greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BB Go.
Yes.
Yum. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGafote.com to learn how to submit your entry. Factor Cap coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Oh, my bad. Hey, this is Far. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get yourself stuck in traffic? I hate traffic. You could be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Pechanga gives guests all the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, and let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The immense casino floor, the 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, the spa, the golf course. There's 20 bars and restaurants in there. So much flavor, so much fun, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see where our readers of Newsweek and USA Today voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. That is high praise. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside, I like that with the Speedo, or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation or for more information. If you have Instagram, you can follow them there at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Ronnie was like, oh, damn, that's my dad out there. Hell yeah, Dad. And he was like...
Yeah, it was pretty good. He was like, whoa.
Ronnie was like, that's my dad. That's my dad dunking on you, fool. You know? Hey, listen, I wish my kids were that proud of me.
Maybe they are, Cap.
I know, but
probably are, Cap.
I just don't do anything that's that cool.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Something amazing is happening. Despite a citywide blackout, this company is still up and running. That's because CDW deployed and managed a cost-effective Eaton Triplite Series Smart Pro UPS to safeguard equipment easily and reliably. Keep the power on and protect your IT equipment from electrical challenges. Triplite by Eaton and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/triplite.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and switch to the expensive shampoo with amino acids. Sure, you don't know what those are or why you need them, but it sounds very impressive. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can massage it into your scalp every day. Now, if only you can get people to lean toward your head to smell those aminos. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shampoo, Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha.
Ni hao.
Apologies.
Buongiorno.
Hody, hody. Keep going.
Apologies for all the Oscars talk because I'm going to do it all in Factor Cap, and because who cares?
All right, lady, that's enough.
All right, so Kieran Culkin won Best Supporting Actor for his role in A Real Pain, and this is his acceptance speech to his wife. And a little backstory: at the Emmys, he gave a speech when he accepted his award and asked his wife, "Hey, can we have more kids? Like, that's all I want. I want another kid." So this is Kieran Culkin's speech.
About a year ago, I was on a stage like this, and I very stupidly publicly said that I want a third kid from her because she said if I won the award, she would give me the kid. It turns out she said that because she didn't think I was going to win. But and people came up to her and were like, really annoying her. I think it got to her. But anyway, after the show, we're walking through a parking lot. She's holding the Emmy. We're trying to find our car. Emily, you were there, so you're a witness. And she goes, "Oh God, I did say that. I guess I owe you a third kid." And I turned to her and I said, "Really, I want 4. And she turned to me, I swear to God this happened, it was just over a year ago. She said, "I will give you 4 when you win an Oscar." I held my hand out, she shook it, and I have not brought it up once until just now. You remember that, honey? You do? Okay. Then I just have this to say to you, Jazz. Love of my life, ye of little faith. No pressure. I love you. I'm really sorry I did this again. And let's get cracking on those kids. What do you say?
There you go.
All right, so my statement is, this is endearing. Travis Factor Cap.
Fact. That's great.
Yes.
That's how you do that. That's funny. It's charming. It's endearing. It's sweet. It means he wants to be a dad. It means he loves his wife. Like, it's just that's a home run for sure.
Makes you like the guy, right?
Yeah, it does.
yeah. I would have taken a step farther. Let's get busy right there. It's Brother Macaulay, right?
They have an award show for that
Right
later.
there,
Or just put him in an aura. Who knows? But yes,
commercial?
he is brother to Macaulay.
Okay, yeah, completely like overshadowed brother now. He was the little brother.
Yeah,
pretty cool. Yes,
He was also in Father of the Bride, whichever one keeps on bringing up that one, the Pepsi. Or is he that in Home Alone?
Hey, don't make him bad.
Home Alone was.
I know that's Macaulay, but I didn't know if Kieran was in a Home Alone.
I don't think he was.
The only thing I knew of him prior to Succession was Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's a little brother in that.
Good for him.
Jorge, this is endearing.
Absolutely. And I kept bringing up number 3 on my break.
There you go.
Well, you were just bored at home.
I was
You
just like,
kept
hey,
seeing her.
what's up with number 3?
Yeah,
It's like that. Don't think
amen.
about it.
Let's go.
that was cool. I liked it.
All right, next thing I'm going to play for you is about one of the interstitial segments of the Oscars, not Conan's monologue. When it comes out, kind of helps the show move along, says a little joke goes on. So this is Conan coming out about halfway through the Oscars last night.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. Don't worry, I'm lawyered up. Anyway.
And so my statement is, this is the last we hear of that. This is the last a big public setting will mention this beef. DeMarco Far, Cap.
Where else could you say it? I mean, the halftime show, now the Oscars. What's left? The NBA championship, the NHL,
World Series.
I mean, maybe somebody's saying they not like us in whatever in situation, but yeah, the last time we talk about Drake, I guess, yes, fact.
Travis?
Yeah, I think that puts a pretty significant exclamation point on that because not that the rest of it was particularly subtle, but this is the exact opposite of subtle. You know, the rest of it was that wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're doing everything but
Conan
saying it.
said it.
He just said it.
Said it.
Bro,
So
he
it's-
said, don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm lawyered up.
I'm lawyered up.
like,
You know
there's-
it's coming.
There's nowhere to go after that.
Oh my God, that's
so
terrible.
yeah, I think that might be the end of
Drake
it.
should just do country. Just do country music. Yeah, you're done. Yeah.
Jorge?
Yeah, no, I'm with the guys. I think this is it. Like, that was the fight. What do they call it? The final nail in the coffin. So I
Yeah.
think this is it. And yeah, we move on from it now.
And it still hits with this one, but I think the more we get away from it, too, the less it's interesting it's getting.
It was the last joke left.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a pretty big swing, right? Like to
Conan
I mean, my
at
goodness.
the Oscars.
Right.
Oh,
right. At the
wow.
Oscars. Like the two, maybe the last two monoculture events that we have are the Super Bowl and the Oscars, and he took it in
Been
both
the butt
places.
of the joke in both. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
how long
sure
did it
some
take
of
for
those
us-
people were Drake's friends. Yeah.
How long did it take us to forget the slap? Remember? But that happened in the Oscars. Was it the
Yeah.
Oscars? Yeah, it was.
We're
the Oscars.
almost over
Yeah.
that, I guess.
Yeah.
Will Smith is not totally back.
I think until Will Smith has to go on a press tour and answer questions about it consistently,
Yeah.
then
Has he
I
made
think.
movies since then?
So he did Bad Boys last year.
Yeah. Oh,
Bad
that's
Boys.
right.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. What's wrong with Bad Boys?
Messi says it. in
No,
the
no,
commercial.
no.
Boys.
Bad Boys.
So last, maybe I have time for two. So Diane Warren is a songwriter, and she has been nominated for Best Original Song in a Movie 16 times.
Wow.
Guess how many times she's won?
Zero.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
0. She keeps on going. She also always throws a fit when she loses. It's so funny. It's my favorite part of the Oscars. Like a low-key part of the Oscars is Diane Warren throwing a fit.
Has she been getting ripped off, or is...
No,
Okay.
she shouldn't win.
Yeah.
She writes these songs for movies no one sees.
Oh.
And then, anyway, so it's kind of her way to get in. And she lost to Amelia Perez last night, which would have been which would have been funny if she would have gotten on stage instead of Amelia Perez. But you would stop showing up if you lost the same category 16 times. You'd be like, hey, I'm just not going. Jorge Fatricap.
No, you know why? Because I have that mentality where, like, maybe this is the one. Maybe that's the one. Maybe this is the one. So I wouldn't. I'm gonna keep trying making these songs because I keep getting nominated or whatever. But I'm not gonna stop showing up just because I know eventually I'm gonna hit it.
Trev?
It's Cap for me too, because you either you get to do what she did, which is I lost again, or maybe you finally break through and you're there and you get
Maybe
to have
this
your moment.
time.
Yeah, no, it becomes funny when you go, 0 for 1, 0 for 2. What did you say? 0 for 16?
And it ties the longest amount of nominations without a win.
Yeah, that's that in and of itself very, very funny, and I'd want to be a part of that.
Shout out Diane Warren. DeMarco?
I'm trying to think. What was the lady that had a bunch of nominations, never won?
Susan
Glenn
Lucci.
Close.
Susan Lucci. Yes, she became more famous than the winners.
For not winning.
For not winning. Pete Rose, more famous out of the Hall of Fame than in.
Maybe.
Yeah. Of course I want to be that guy that keeps showing up. You're all talking about me.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
All right, one more for you guys, and this has to do with my party. Sorry.
You want to bring Parker in here for this one?
Yeah, I should.
Hi, Parker.
Chihuahua, get in here.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out pizza math. I was trying to figure out how much pizza to get for the amount of people. I think I went a little under what I probably should have done. But my statement is pizza math is important. Travis Fettercup.
Fact. And I have a simple rule of thumb for this, and it works out far more often than it doesn't. Figure out what you need, right? Like, so if you think, and we're having a party, and I think 4 pizzas is going to be more than enough, get 5. Whatever you think the amount of pizza that is going to comfortably cover everybody, get 1 more. Way more often than not, you're going to have too much pizza, right? But okay, you got extra pizza. Who cares? You put it in the fridge. Well, most of us put it in the fridge. And
I haven't done that in years.
I'm teasing you. And then
you leave pizza out?
She used to. She's improved. But so you got some extra pizza. You put it in the oven, you put it in the air fryer, and you got extra pizza for a few days. But if you got a party and all of a sudden you turn around and every box is empty and people are looking around, it's like, ugh, and that's not a great feeling.
Yeah, like seeing the people open up the pizza box and like that just doesn't make me feel good as a hostess.
Yeah.
DeMarco.
Usually it's the veggie pizza left over.
Yep.
Have you noticed that?
Or the cheese. I'll just cheese.
See, cheese goes with the kids.
And adults.
And the kids take the cheese.
Yeah.
Pepperoni goes.
Yep.
The combo goes.
Yep.
The meat lovers gone before you open it.
Yeah.
The veggie pizza is
the
one
last one to go.
It's the last one, and it's bad overnight because it's soggy.
It gets wet.
Yeah, it does. It's all veggies. But yes, fact, pizza math, very important. I hate getting left with extra pizza.
And
send people home with it.
I do, but you still we do too much because we didn't do pizza math.
You're doing it right.
Now we got so much.
You are doing it. If you have too much, you did it right.
I want everybody to be happy, but we have too much pizza at the end. Yeah.
And by the way, Kieran Culkin was in Home Alone 1 and 2. He's one of the kids, and he has that image of him drinking the Pepsi, which is what everybody was sharing. Anyway,
we the bed. That was a kid. Yes. Okay.
Thanks, Beto and Whittier, for pointing
much?
that out.
How short were you? A whole pizza short?
I don't think so. I think I was a little short, but there was other snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
But
well, when you're getting low, call for another one. Yeah. As soon as you realize maybe not, call for another one.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I also was enjoying myself. Jorge, what about you?
No, usually I don't know. I never order that stuff. It's Brenda who does it, but she always gets the right amount because at a certain point, like in the beginning, people are eating this, and this. Then you hang out. Remember we talked about when is the right moment to tell them, like, peace out, dude?
Yep.
At that moment, that's when the pizza gets eaten again.
Yep.
So it's, she does the right math on that. I don't know how many pizzas she gets, but she's got it to like she's got it pretty down.
What was the rule for telling people to get out?
To offer them coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee means
offer them coffee.
Oh, what I did was
I start cleaning up.
I started cleaning up. People were still saying I put on the max home screen of like, I'm like, I really want to watch White Lotus later.
Yeah. Get out.
Like,
Get out.
So DeMarco, I don't know if you've ever experienced this. My guess is you probably have. But Morales and I were introduced to this a few years ago when Key invited us to his club for like what's the holiday in September? Labor Day. And they have like a Labor Day cookout kind of thing, and they put up these tents and they feed you and they do all this stuff, and they got the buffet and all the.
That's when you're lurking.
Yeah, and so they feed you all this stuff, and you having drinks, you eat, you feel good, and then there's football on all these TVs. You're having a great time, and then right as you think the party's starting to wind down, people starting to trickle out. Right, they showed up with an army of pizzas.
Oh,
like
more
they
food?
closed the show with a wave of pizzas. It was unbelievable.
Well, that's gonna get people to stay.
Yeah, no, but this is like an event at a club. This isn't like somebody's home. They want people to stay.
They want people to stay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's smart. Yeah.
The closing pizza delivery is a game changer.
You got me. I hope they had seats. You can sit down somewhere. I'm just making sure.
Oh, yeah. This was after the dessert.
Oh,
like,
good.
Food, dessert, Oh, by the way, here come all the pizzas.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep now.
It was great. Factor Caps brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Let's talk about that Rams window being open all over again. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
It's important for Laker fans to understand this. If you listen to any national NBA expert, they will tell you the Lakers are not competing for a title this year. They will say that the Lakers are a year away. They've got to go through an offseason and go get a big man. They give the Lakers zero chance. I'm telling you, and I'm around these guys all the time. The players and the coaching staff absolutely don't believe that, and it is fueling them. It is if you put JJ Redick on a lie detector and you asked him, can you run through the West and go back to the NBA Finals and win a championship this year, he would say absolutely, and he would pass.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And spring is here, and it's time to clear out dust and allergens, not just from your home, but from the air you breathe. Next Gen is here to help you breathe easier. And right now, ESPN LA listeners can get $100 off select indoor air quality products to help reduce allergens, dust, and pollutants from your home. Upgrade your air, protect your family's health, and enjoy cleaner, fresher air all season long. Next Gen is here for you 7 days a week with financing options available because your family's safety and comfort are always their top priority. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN today to claim your $100 off select indoor air quality product. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN today to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow. Call right now.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Far.
But
So I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
I think this qualifies as football news.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson is retiring after 30 years on TV. Yeah. Yeah.
Way to go.
I like Jimmy.
What do you think his pro record was?
Good, not great, because
Yeah.
those Cowboy teams at the beginning were lousy.
Give me a number.
So I'm going to guess that he coached about 10 years.
Let's see. Yes.
Okay. So that would make
89 to 93 with the Cowboys, 96 to 99 with the Dolphins.
Okay, so that's roughly 160 games, 10 years, 16 games a season. He was probably better than 500, but not a ton better. So 80 and 80 would be. So I'll say he's 85 and 75.
80 and 64.
That's close.
80 and 64.
Yeah.
His college win-loss was 81 and 34. Killed it at Miami.
Yeah.
Won an
I bet
national
of those 34 losses, 30 of them came at Oklahoma State.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I bet they were. No doubt. No doubt. But absolute legend of the game.
Yeah.
And, he's 81.
Yeah.
I hope he stays busy.
Yeah.
He's
I
been
know what you
busy
mean.
for most of his life. I hope he stays busy.
I have one Jimmy Johnson story, and it's one of my all-time favorites. So when previous job, my old boss, Craig Kitchen, love Craig, used to throw really nice Christmas parties for everybody. John has told stories about this. John and Mace worked for the same company. And really nice Christmas parties at very nice places every year. That was kind of the reward. And one of the years, we had our Christmas party at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Beverly Hills. Nice spot. And so we're having our party in one of the ballrooms, and I go to the men's room, and I'm assuming Jimmy Johnson was having dinner there or maybe staying or having a drink or whatever. And I'm standing at the urinal doing my business, and all of a sudden you feel, another person steps in next to you, a presence. Yeah. So I kind of just look to see and I kind of do a double take. I'm
Security.
Like, that's Jimmy Johnson. Wow. Okay. So I don't say anything. And anyway, I go to the sink and I'm washing my hands and whatnot. And Jimmy Johnson comes up and uses the sink next to me, washes his hands, and he's looking in the mirror. And he very, very deliberately smooths his hair.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of combs it over to the side. Like Jimmy Johnson, known for that perfect head of gray, perfect hair. And I looked at him and said, "Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?" He's like, "How you doing? See you later. Have a nice night." And I'm like, I just got to see Jimmy Johnson fix his hair. It was terrific.
Perfect head coach, would you say?
Big personality. Good coach.
Excellent coach.
Players coach, I think.
Taskmaster.
Yeah, but if you do it right, I'm going to let you guys do whatever you want.
Yes.
But if you don't do it right, I'm going to get somebody else.
Did you hear about the player who had an asthma attack? Or, no, he was tired. He was panting. So Jimmy walks over. This is Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Okay.
Walks over and says, "What's wrong with you?" The guy says, "I'm having an asthma attack, coach." He goes, "The asthma attack field is over there. Get up." Right. Right. He was the king of move the drill.
Yeah.
If a guy got hurt, move it up 10, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we care about you, but we don't care about you.
Yeah, we care about you right up until you can't help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Move on. I mean,
tough business,
almost
DeMarco.
perfect head coach. Yeah.
You guys, you've picked a very difficult line of work.
Jimmy
That's tough
or Pete?
business.
Because they
Pete
both
Carroll?
won. Jimmy or Pete? Yeah, they both won at both levels.
I will give Pete. Pete
won one. Jimmy's got 2, 3 if you count Switzer. It was his team.
And I do.
Yeah.
Pete went to another one.
Yes.
In Seattle.
Could have won.
Pete won some national titles at SC. I think they're really similar. I'll give Pete a hair of an advantage. Very, very small advantage because he did it longer. That he was in the league for that. Jimmy's what did you say? Like about 10 years. Pete Carroll was in the NFL for a long. And by the way, Pete Carroll 3 different teams.
True.
Really long run in Seattle, but Pete by a whisker.
Resurrected in Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy was a made
just
man.
by a whisker. What do you think?
It's funny. I put him, and if Harbaugh, let's say Harbaugh here wins a Super Bowl, I'll put him in the same category as them, doing it at both levels, doing it at college, and then moving on to the pros and winning there.
I put Harbaugh at the top.
If he wins one, he's got just one or two.
He just won.
He's
got to get one. Jim Harbaugh's been not good, but great, literally everywhere.
He's been.
There's been no down.
The only thing he hasn't done is conquer the NFL.
No, well, he got darn close.
Yeah.
They lost on the last play of the game or whatever to Baltimore in New Orleans a couple of years ago with San Francisco. That he's been knocking on the door, and we'll see what happens with the Chargers.
Yeah.
But he was good at USD. He made Stanford a high-level college football program.
For a long time.
Yeah. Stanford's
Even after he left.
Stanford maybe once in a while would pop up, but they were just good every year.
Yeah.
San Francisco, before he went there, was bad.
Big time.
They were good
going from
instantly.
Nolan was okay.
Tom Sula.
And then
the
Singletary. Yeah, it was bad for a while, but I give these guys a lot of credit for winning at the college level. Mm-hmm. Being great, being excellent, and then moving on to the pros and doing it again.
Not a lot of guys have done that.
Not at all, and it's hard to do. Yeah.
So Stafford is back. Alaric Jackson is back.
Yay.
And the question is, okay, how open is the window for the Rams? How long is it open for? And before you answer this, let me just kind of take you through the way that I've experienced this. Les Snead came on with me and Al right after the Rams won the Super Bowl. And we were talking about, what's the first question they ask after you win the Super Bowl? Can you do it again?
Yeah.
Right? And so I remember him saying, and I'm paraphrasing here, but this is close, our window is Aaron Donald. As long as Aaron Donald is here, we got a chance to continue to be a really good team. And I think he was mostly right. But Aaron Donald left. They were a really good team last year. So is the window Matthew Stafford, that as long as Matthew Stafford is here and playing at a high level, that window is at least open enough to give yourself a realistic shot? Or is it Sean McVay? Because he's the guy that's been here for all of it.
Trying to think. You'd have to go back to the 80s to where the coach was bigger than the team, so to speak. I mean,
Walsh?
Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
But you had Montana.
And Rice.
But then you flopped to Young.
Yeah.
And then Seifert took over, but you didn't miss a beat. So, yeah, I would say the window it's open as long as McVay is here and Les Snead.
Okay.
Because I think they work together as far as bringing in talent.
Yep.
And attracting good coaches to get the most out of that talent. But, yeah, I think you're actually player-proof for a while. Now, I don't want to see what happens when you start over with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
I think that's mostly true with a
Yeah.
giant asterisk on the quarterback position.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a Hall of Famer like Matthew Stafford, but it also can't be just a guy.
Right.
It's got to be a basic level of competence. Like Jared Goff, I think, is a perfect example. Jared Goff, at least at this point, is probably not going to the Hall of Fame, but Jared Goff is a pretty good quarterback. You know, like he's got some skills that you can certainly use.
If he puts a ring on it, what do you think?
Well, we'll see. He's got to get to there before we get that.
He's never been more popular in the league.
And I get it, and he's fine, but I just think he's a good example of, is it perfect? No. Is it pretty good? Yeah,
Yes.
It's pretty good. So could he do it with that again? Could you take a step down? Could you go to a Kirk Cousins? Could you go to a who's the guy from Minnesota? I'm blanking on his name.
Sam Darnold?
Clemente Heights. Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
Like, how far down that ladder could you go and still be in the mix to win the whole thing?
Interesting. It's funny, but going back to the window, and I think that's the only thing that we haven't seen McVay do is raise a quarterback. You know, Goff was.
Does he not get credit for Goff?
Yeah.
Goff was drafted by a different group, and then he took over and kind of fixed it.
Drafted by a different group, yes, but the fact that he was so dreadful that first year.
But going out and selecting that guy, that was somebody else's, ladder there, or what do you call that? What do you call that when you walk off the plank?
Yeah.
Drafting Goff. You know, drafting a quarterback high is a crapshoot.
Sure.
So that was somebody else's gamble, and you just fixed the guy. So that's the one thing he has not done yet, and he may not have to. You may
Maybe
go
not.
from veteran to veteran to veteran.
And because he's so good at what he does, and because this is such an attractive location, because this is a team that is committed to winning, you are going to have guys that are going to want to come here.
You know, and that's funny. But the other thing is, I did play for a guy named Bud Carson. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay, Bud was at the end when I was at my beginning, and he did not suffer rookies at all or young people. He couldn't stand them. He wanted veteran guys. All he wanted to do was tell them what to do, and we'll call plays. The teaching part, I don't want to do. I hope that we don't wait too long to where McVay is too old to be coaching young guys.
That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to start at the beginning with this guys. I want guys that can understand me from the word
As
jump.
a young person, you're willing to work with young people and develop and go through the ups and downs of young people mistakes as a young person, because you're going to make a few yourself.
Right.
But if you're 50, 55, you stick me with a 23-year-old kid who's making the same mistakes. It's like, oh, man.
And now coming out of school with money?
Right.
Yeah, so I have to break the bad habits and then teach new ones? Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's crazy. So that's the one thing he hasn't done. But to go back to your window question, I think the window is the actual machine, not the players.
That's good news.
Yeah, it is good.
Because that window stays open a lot longer than a player window.
As long as that machine stays together.
I saw something in spring training baseball yesterday that I don't think I've ever seen before in my entire life. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
I mean, you were a good athlete too. Were? You were the one telling me the other day you couldn't do a 10K. You were like chafing.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, Seller's advantage.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
It's important for Laker fans to understand this. If you listen to any national NBA expert, they will tell you the Lakers are not competing for a title this year. They will say that the Lakers are a year away. They've got to go through an offseason and go get a big man. They give the Lakers zero chance. I'm telling you, and I'm around these guys all the time. The players and the coaching staff absolutely don't believe that, and it is fueling them. It is if you put JJ Redick on a lie detector and you asked him, can you run through the West and go back to the NBA Finals and win a championship this year, he would say absolutely, and he would pass.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here, KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
For you. Number one. Hold on. Love this song. It's Tupac. All eyes on me. Huh. All eyes on me. There you go.
There you go, Travis. Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Where's my Delta 88?
Yeah. I thank you, Jorge. Thank you for understanding that I got a little something.
There you go.
You missed it. I was on beat last week.
Man, he dropped bars.
Really?
He came in on beat. It was awesome. Had Parker in the back going. Oh, I'm not talking to Parker.
Yeah.
Well, Parker went to the party. We're not talking to Parker.
Lucas, did you go to Emily's Oscar party?
No,
nope. Lucas didn't go, so you're still
welcome
cool,
to the
Lucas.
club.
Yeah, you're fine. I saw Kasim in the men's room, so we'll ask him. Did Kasim go to the party, Emily?
No, Kasim didn't go.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Wow,
I think he's busy.
Parker's
doing
on the
some
short list.
Look at
some
you.
college basketball.
Chameleon.
I had a day yesterday that I oddly, deeply enjoyed, and it was just me being as domestic as humanly possible. I want to tell you what I did yesterday. I did my walk in the morning, whatever. Then I got my car washed.
Ooh.
Went to the bank.
Nice.
I went to the drugstore to pick up prescriptions.
Okay.
I went grocery shopping. I went to the laundromat to do all the laundry because our dryer is broken.
Good for you.
And I came home and I cooked dinner.
Oh, look at you.
I did.
Were you wearing an
hell
apron?
yeah.
Yes.
Does your back
I was
hurt?
making stuff. So apron on.
Travis, does your back hurt from carrying the entire load of your household?
Well, Susan was at work yesterday. And it was like fun, like because the laundromat is like one of my favorite things in the world to do because it's warm in there.
Yeah.
All the dryers are going. Brought my book. I got to read for like an hour.
It feels
was
like a cool like space where you have a task.
Yeah.
And you just gotta be there.
Yeah. And I love folding warm laundry. It's terrific. I just had one thing after the next. Sat at the car wash, stared at my phone while the guys,
Did you do it on a loop? Did you get everything done and then go home?
Well, I had to come home at one point to drop off the groceries before I went to go do other
That's
things.
respect. You came home and left again.
Did.
That's respect. Usually when you come home, that's it. I'm done.
I made a mistake. I turned on the TV.
See, and don't sit down.
I sit down and I had lunch. And I'm like, all right, but I did. I went back out.
Right. Good for you. That's awesome. Yes,
I kind of like it when my so we have a dryer we've had for, 15 years or so.
Is it thunking? Yeah.
And it breaks all the time.
Yeah.
But we have this warranty that they'll come and fix it. or they have to replace it. Right?
Which means they'll keep trying to fix it.
They'll keep trying to fix it, but it takes them it can take them up to 10 days or
Just
so to fix
replace
it.
the thing.
But I don't mind because I like going to the laundromat.
Laundromat's cool, right?
I like it.
People watching.
They still take quarters?
Yeah,
they do.
Because I went to one that is like on your phone. You pay with your phone now. Like you select the number of the thing. Yeah,
leave the laundromat
Well,
alone.
I don't have any quarters.
So they have a machine where you can put bills in. I think you can even swipe your credit card to get quarters if you wanted, but you can do it all credit card. You just tap and add what you want, and it deducts.
I like the quarters, throwing them in.
So you did the bank, clothes. Basically, what you did yesterday, I did for a whole month.
Drugstore. Drugstore. Yeah, I don't like the drugstore. The drugstore's creepy.
You mean like why?
I don't know. I feel like everybody that's in there is sick, and like the shelves are poorly stocked. It's a depressing environment.
I got you. Get in there and get out. How long do you have to wait?
No, I got super lucky. In and out.
Now that's one place like Emily where you said you don't like to have conversations in an elevator.
Drugstore,
which I don't get. Drugstore, no convo. None. We're not talking here. We're just here to get our stuff and
nowadays
leave.
too, you had to press a button for everything, and so it's like someone's needed in the digestive aisle, or like feminine needs aisle, and it's like, okay, stop saying my business out there.
No, I just went and picked up a couple of prescriptions,
and I'm out.
Popped out.
Good for you.
I was knocking.
Look at you.
And this makes me a bad
By
guy.
yourself?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Every time I would check off a task, I would send Susan a emoji for that task with the green check mark next to it, just to troll her.
What was she doing? Just chilling?
She was at work.
Good. Nice. Good for you, man.
Hospital's always open, DeMarco.
See, right about now,
that's true.
Right about now, I had a Coke with ice, and I'm walking with a stroller. And I'm going up the street, my man.
I'm almost done with my Mexican Coke.
You're done?
I have like 2 bottles left.
Wait, you bought the whole case?
I bought the whole case.
Oh,
I always go buy more, right?
I know, but I just that means I've been drinking a lot of Coke.
That's
which
true. Okay.
How many did you drink a day? Just one a day?
No, less than that.
Okay.
I probably drink
more.
2 a week.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
Hey, can I share
112-year-old lady drink Dr. Pepper every day. Drink the Coke.
You know, I get Jarritos next.
Dude, I just bought the big
bottle.
I just bought the big bottle.
Oh, really?
It was at the grocery store. I bought like 2 of them, pineapple and fruit punch.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had the fruit punch.
Oh my God, bro! Yes, sir.
I've had fruit punch. It's good.
Yeah.
And you know, you can
They're
mix.
mixers.
Oh yeah,
they're
can mix
effervescent, so they give you that nice bubble deal. Okay, I want to show you this. Here's what's going on. The Dodgers played a split squad spring training game.
Split squad spring
Inter-squad
training game.
scrimmage.
Okay.
They played 2 games. They played the A's and they played the White Sox.
Okay.
They cut their team in half.
Who got Ohtani?
The team that played the White Sox got Ohtani.
All right.
Okay.
That's the team I want to be on.
Well,
I'm just saying.
You're getting to where I want to go to.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not so sure that the 2 teams that the Dodgers put out on the field yesterday both wouldn't win the National League
Are you
West.
serious? They're both that good?
You ready for this?
No.
Here's the team that beat the Oakland A's or the Sacramento A's.
This is a
8-4
team.
Split squad.
Okay.
Half the guys go this way, half the guys go that way. The split squad team that beat the Athletics 8-4 featured Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Michael Conforto, Kike Hernandez, James Outman. And on the mound, they had kind of a group of guys that aren't huge names. Robleski, Banda are 2 probably the names that you're going to recognize.
That's a good major league team.
That's a very good major league. Mookie Betts, Tommy Edman, Michael Conforto, Kike Hernandez, and James Outman. That's 5 real major leaguers.
Yeah, you're in the mix there.
That's a good team.
Yeah. Okay.
The team that played the White Sox, which, by the way, won 6-3, that team had Shohei Ohtani, Teoscar Hernandez, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, Chris Taylor, Edwin Rosario, and Andy Pajes.
That's a great team right there.
Those 2 teams both win the National League West.
Who wins if that team plays the other?
Yesterday, Tyler Glasnow pitched for that team. Tanner Scott, Kirby Yates, Alex Vezia, Blake Trinan, all pitched for that team.
I'm starting to feel you on this. I don't care anymore. This is going to be fun. I like having all the good players.
I've never seen anything like this before because split squad stuff happens in spring training all the time. And usually you put if you need somebody that needs some A-base, maybe you leave them behind or whatever. But usually it's this is our team and this is some guys we're just trying to get some innings for.
Right.
Never have I seen it where this team, the
over
second
here
team,
is good. Yeah.
This team, the Ohtani, Hernandez, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Rojas, Taylor, Rosario, Paz team.
That would be your B squad?
No, that's the better team.
Okay.
But by a little. The other team has Mookie.
Yeah, okay.
The other team has not just
the other
Mookie.
team's the one that doesn't have Ohtani is your B squad.
Yeah,
Sorta.
and it has Mookie Betts on it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's
and it has
incredible.
Tommy Edman on it. It has Kike. It has, real major league players.
Okay, so when people say the Dodgers are ruining baseball, we're wrong, right?
I don't think that's
We're
right.
a bit premature. The Dodgers are about to ruin baseball because it has to happen first.
They have to win the World Series again for this to even be
not just winning the World Series. That sounds so stupid, but winning the World Series in dramatic fashion, like Tiger when he first flared up and won it by a lot, won the Masters by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you start ruining baseball.
I don't know if that's true. I would argue you on that point. I think where where it could be like, hey, what the hell are we doing here?
But who cares? It's already over. This is what you have to contend with. Yeah,
is if the competition has been removed from it. If it's just they win the World Series time after time after time, it's like the point of sports is we don't know who's going to win.
Right.
And
at least in baseball,
the National League West, we do know who's going to win. Now, if they still are winning the World
who's
Series,
your biggest contender outside of the Dodgers
Arizona,
in the West?
San Diego, probably about the same.
It would mean
if the competition gets removed, that's a problem. But it won't.
Well, you can always
Dodgers
go
are going to
all
win
in.
the World Series 5 times in a row. It's not going to happen.
You can always go all in. You can do what the Dodgers have done.
I was listening to Andrew Friedman on the Wind Up podcast the other day, and he was talking about the deals that they've signed, and they've spent a lot of money, and everybody knows all that. None of those deals are outside of market value.
No, they're just deferred.
They didn't. They didn't do what the Mets did with Juan Soto. They haven't done that thing where everybody goes, "They gave him what?
Stupid money."
Like everybody went, "Yeah, that's about right."
Yeah,
it's about what people thought.
But it's just a lot of them.
It's just all of them.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I thought was, I bet San Diego does this. When you talked about how much these teams are worth, I was shocked at where San Diego was.
They were 100th.
I thought they were higher than that.
No, they were the last team in the top 100.
The Padres were last.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
But there's
I
more
thought
than
they were
100.
higher. Who am I thinking
there
of?
There are more than 100 professional teams. That they're on the list speaks to it, right? And by the way,
they can't go all in.
Well, they kind of did, by the way.
Yeah.
The problem with the Padres have right now is their owner died. And now they're in a custody battle, for lack of a better word. And Peter Seidler, prior to his death, really wanted the Padres to go and win a World Series, and he was throwing money at everybody.
Right.
Everybody. He's
Diamondbacks aren't going to do it.
No. And it's not the magic bullet to go to the World Series. It doesn't.
Somebody's going
guarantee.
to. Somebody's going
Yankees
to start
spend a lot of
spending
money.
more.
The Mets spend a lot of money.
And the NL is going to start spending more money.
The Mets spend a lot of money. The Mets spend a ton of money. The Braves spend a lot of money. The Cubs spend a lot of money. There are other teams that do it.
You may have to start spending more if this happens the way we think it's going to happen.
It might,
because there's more than enough good players to buy.
If they go to the World Series a few times in a row, if they win the World Series a few times in a row, but stuff happens.
Yeah.
Baseball will. Now, they've kind of ruined the NL West for the other 4 teams. That's kind of a drag. Now you're just competing for a wild card spot.
Okay, you keep saying that. Stuff happens. What could happen to derail this?
I don't know.
Even if you lose Ohtani, you're still good.
There isn't any one thing that could derail this.
Right.
It would be a series of events.
A series of things. But even with that, you're still good.
Do you want me to read these 2 different teams again?
Read me the B team again.
The
one with Mookie.
Mookie, Tommy Edman, Michael Conforto. These are all guys that are going to start for the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez, who will start more often than he doesn't, and James Outman at least has an outside chance of starting. And that's the B team.
95 wins.
Probably 90.
90 to 95 wins.
Shohei, Teoscar, Freddie, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, Chris Taylor, Edwin Rosario, and Andy Pajas. All started.
When does Japan start? When do they start playing in Japan?
15 days.
15 days. Okay. And it's Yamamoto taking
Yamamoto against the guy for the Cubs. Iwamura?
Yeah.
Imanaga.
There you go.
I've heard from a friend who just got back from Japan. He says everywhere you look is Ohtani.
Yep.
Everywhere you look is Dodgers.
Yep.
Everywhere. He says you go and buy tea on the street, there's Ohtani's face.
I believe it.
Yeah.
They should send over these 2 Dodger teams and have them play each other. And have Sasaki pitch for one, have Yamamoto play for the other. Shohei can play for the A team on a Monday, play for the B team on a Tuesday.
That's not a bad idea.
One guy wears gray, one guy wears blue. Let's do it.
Well, they got these special jerseys for that, right? I thought I saw something where they
For
have
the
like no
Japan
designs.
series?
Yeah, they have like no
Do you want
designs
one?
on them and stuff.
I'll take any Dodger swag.
It's going to be just a different color with
No,
Japanese flag on it.
it might be just something that I saw, but it's they have like little characters.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting.
Do you buy merch every
something.
year?
No, I almost never buy merch.
Almost never buy merch.
Yeah.
So you've got your merch that you have.
I've got hats. That's really.
So you
I'm
make it
not a
sentimental.
jersey. I'll wear
Okay.
some T-shirts. I think I might have one on today.
Do you really? Okay. You buy merch every year, Jorge? Emily?
Every year? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Let me see.
And you got that other crispy sweater that says Los Dodgers on it.
There you go. Nice.
Doesn't
Okay.
fit.
What? It's too big now?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like
It
a
ain't too
moo-moo.
small.
It
Yeah.
looks like a moo-moo. Yeah. The Dodgers did a thing last year that I didn't like. One of the few things they did last year that I didn't like. Those City Connects they had that looked like confetti.
Yeah.
Those were trash. I just really didn't like those. And the reason I like the Yankees and the Dodgers, and there's probably one or two more I'm forgetting, that they don't mess around with their gear. Dodgers and Yankees have had the same uniforms for 100 years.
You don't have to change perfection, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's good. It's perfect.
Right.
Leave it alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
And even the Los Dodgers ones they had with the black bill and the blue jerseys, I didn't hate those
No,
because
those
they
are
were
nice.
close enough to
Those are nice.
the other ones.
Now, if you were a sucky franchise, change every year. You're
What
gonna have
up,
to.
Arizona? Lakers.
How did you know?
Lakers win again and again and again. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Next Gen. You know Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And spring is in the air. Spring is here, and that means it's time for a fresh start. And did you know indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air? Dust, allergens, pollutants, they build up in your ductwork and circulate through your home and can affect your family's health. So, Next Gen is offering ESPN LA listeners a special spring cleaning deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all season long. Who doesn't want that? For a limited time, homeowners can redeem a whole home air purifier. That's a $1,250 value free with any whole home duct system replacement. That's right. Remove dust, allergens, and pollutants so you and your family can breathe cleaner, healthier air every day of the week. Next Gen's open 7 days a week. There are lifetime warranty options available, financing options available, and 5-star service, of course. So don't wait. Call right now. 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow.
The Lakers are on fire. Back-to-back wins over the Clippers. And the winning streak keeps on rolling.
And the Lakers win again.
Will the Lakers keep their streak alive when the Pelicans come to town tomorrow night?
5 in a row.
Lakers versus Pelicans. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the home of LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers.
And they just keep rolling.
710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you.
Me up and never put me down.
Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. The dream is now. Don't miss the Final Four national teams in the semifinals doubleheader. 1 ticket, 2 matchups. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Want a golf course quality lawn? It's easier and more affordable than you think with TruGreen. As the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, TruGreen brings pro-level expertise straight to your yard, so your lawn can look like a fairway. Sign up by March 10th and get 1 free application. Plus, you'll get TruGreen's price match guarantee. If you're not satisfied, TruGreen will revisit your lawn between scheduled visits to make it right. Visit TruGreen.com today to get a free application. Offer ends March 10th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the A to Z savings event at AutoZone.
Yeah, happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with the rotors.
Free. Really?
Really, free.
Okay, I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah, how much is that?
Free with 5 quarts of oil.
Free? Really?
Really, free. It's part of the A to Z savings event.
You might as well call it A to free.
At AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
What do you got? LeBron is 40, yet Michael Wilbon had to speak to him like he's a clueless child over his complaining about the media. As I've said for years, this blank and his stands want it to be one way, all praise, no criticism. King James is a media creation, not a real thing. Now that is
Who said that?
That's an avowed LeBron hater.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Everybody's coming after this guy's neck at a new level. It's for real now. Like, LeBron's not real?
But
he's a media creation?
Is this real criticism, or is this people on Twitter?
No, it's everybody. They're responding to Wilbon. Wilbon's coming after him. Stephen A's going after him. Everybody's coming after LeBron. It's insane now. It's like new levels of hate.
I need specifics. I need to hear what those guys say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not hearing it. And I consume quite a bit of – look, LeBron gets criticized occasionally, but LeBron gets way more love than he gets criticized.
Part of that's true, though. I mean, some of the LeBron fans, they can't stand any sort of criticism about LeBron. And if you bring up anybody else like Jordan – they shoot at Jordan. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
Yeah.
And I can dismiss
Super
a stupid person
Yeah.
pretty easily. But if there are people that have thoughtful criticisms of them, I'll listen to them. LeBron is not above criticism.
If
but
it's legit, yes.
He has been extraordinary over the last month or so. And the pairing of he and Luka Doncic, to the surprise of I don't think anybody, is nearly perfect. They just the way that they can feed off of one another, the way that they're taking turns in taking over in certain situations without it being, okay, your turn, my turn. It's happening very organically. It's happening naturally. It's not I've taken 3 shots in a row, you better take the next one. It's not like that at all.
This is the way I like it. It's true competition at its core when you think about it. Like if you bring in a kid, like in football, if they draft a kid at your position and they stack him behind you, they're not telling you, but they just put you in competition.
Sure.
So you have to compete for your job. Now, it's going to happen organically. If you outplay me, you get the gig. If it's close, you'll probably get the gig because they just drafted you, depending on where it is. Like with Luka and LeBron. If LeBron had designs or thought that Luka was a lesser player, I think you'd see a different LeBron. And this might be a little more challenging, this transition. But I think it's obvious from day one. This is the guy. I don't have to do as much.
He doesn't have to do as much. And
he's younger, and I trust him.
You know
with
what's
the
funny?
team. Yeah.
You know what thought bounced through my head for half a second yesterday?
What?
And I'm like, okay, this would be a great problem to have, but we'll see. They're playing so well, and LeBron looks to be so much more active than he was, say, 2 months ago.
Energized.
Like, he just energized.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a better word. He's so energized. The Lakers are playing so well. They're beating so many good teams. They're up to the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. And if they can stay there, that means you only have to beat either Denver or Minnesota or OKC, not Denver and OKC.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. But for a half a second yesterday, I'm like, you know what could happen? The Lakers could win the title and LeBron could take a walk-off shot. Like, I just want another one. See you later.
I said that last year, like he could win and say, I'm done. And they said, no way does he leave like that. Like, you have to give us a 1-year bye-bye, a farewell.
I do believe that LeBron James is the sort of personality that would like a farewell tour. I think that that's something that he would enjoy.
He could announce next year is my last.
I could, but if it's pretty sweet, 40 years old, still one of the best players in the league, NBA championship, son's already bye.
I'm with you.
And
here you go, Luke.
Before it's like that would feel real. They're not going to do that. That's ridiculous. And now it almost kind of oddly accelerates his exit, or the exact opposite, where it could extend him staying for a period of time that could be multiple seasons. Because like you were just saying, DeMarco, he's not just cruising like, oh, I don't have to do anything, but he doesn't have to do as much as he used to. He can pick his spots. He can really hammer the gas. He can play defense. LeBron's playing defense again.
LeBron,
it's extraordinary.
Playing the microwave role. Think about it.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it all game long, just in spots. And he's one of the best players ever. Think about that way. Remember when you taught your kids to drive?
Oh,
are you
God,
comfortable
don't remind me.
falling asleep in the passenger side now?
No.
You will.
There's exactly one person that I'm comfortable with driving a car. Yes.
Okay, but there is a point where you relax some. Like, you've got this. A little bit.
I am terrified with all three of them. Here are the three.
If you were LeBron, you wear yourself out.
Here are the three driving styles of my children. Okay, number one, oldest, my son Bobby. He is irrationally close to the lane dividers. Like his
inside or outside, either way.
Take your pick. He's
so he's bowling.
He's never in the middle of the lane.
Okay.
He's to one side, and I'm like, dude, can you get in?
You're freaking out.
What? Kelly is just not paying attention to anything. She's just kind of she's talking and carrying on, and I'm like, two hands on the wheel, please.
That's probably Westbrook.
Go ahead. And then my last one, I think he's seeing how little he can touch the steering wheel while he drives a car.
Oh, really? No hands,
dude. He's got like a thumb on it. I'm like, put your hand on what? I'm like, put your hand. In fact, put both of your hands on the steering wheel.
See, this is good. So if you're LeBron, that's your old teammates. You can't relax. I got to do everything.
Yeah.
And it wears you the blank out, right? Now it's different. This guy knows what he's doing. He can handle the team. He can drive the car.
So Lucas Susan in this analogy?
I can go sit on the bench and let Susan drive. Right. And feel comfortable. You know what? We may even extend the lead.
Yeah.
I don't have to come back in if they're making a run the other way.
He's starting to knock down shots too.
Yeah, he is.
Which, by the way, not a big surprise.
No.
We knew that he would, but that he is starting to.
Comes with energy.
Comes with energy. Comes with a little more fitness.
Yes.
Knocking off a little of the rust.
And let's not forget Luka's out there. Don't forget about
No,
me
I'm
too.
talking about Luka.
Yeah. Don't forget about
Luka's making shots.
Oh, Luka's making shots. I thought you meant LeBron.
No, they both are.
Yeah.
And that Luka's making shots now is not a surprise because he's Luka, right?
Yeah.
But LeBron's so blanking good that you got to go double LeBron. You got to send another guy at LeBron, which means they're chasing, and all of a sudden LeBron's getting open looks.
And then
it's
when
terrific.
you figure out a plan for them, Austin Reeves is starting to eat now.
Look,
yes.
If Austin Reeves had
at a
missed
real
a game
level
a month ago, they're probably going to lose. Right? They just needed his scoring. They needed him out there. And last night they played a pretty good Clippers team. They're not great, but they're good enough. Clippers fully loaded.
Kawhi and Harden out there.
No Rui. No Reeves, and they won the game.
Aren't you hoping for a Lakers-Mavericks Western Conference final? Come on.
No.
With a healthy AD?
I'm looking for a Lakers Western Conference final. I don't care who the opponent is.
It'd be fun, though.
It would be pretty wild.
We got rid of you because we wanted to play defense, and the Lakers are different. This will be fun. Come on.
Tell me if you can come up with anything even close to this. A team that was generally not very good at a thing, in this case, defense for the Lakers, got rid of the one guy who was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
In this case, Anthony Davis. Brought in another guy who was notoriously bad at that thing, Luka. And all of a sudden, everybody on the team is awesome at that thing.
Now you're better at defense.
They're the best team in the league.
Don't forget the shock value of that trade. I bet that's still in the back of everybody's head. If they can trade him, no one's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will get you to listen to coaching.
But it started to change a little bit before the trade, but it continued after the trade. Like, how do you get rid of your best defender on a bad defensive team, bring in a bad defender, and get great at get great at defense?
Two of the weirdest things happened in the last 12 months. You get rid of the best defensive player in LA, the Lakers, and you get better. You let AD retire, and that defense actually might have gotten a little bit better and has a chance to be better with the guys you brought in.
Okay.
Never thought that would happen.
No, I didn't think it would happen either, but at least you can kind of look at it and go, okay, Jared Verse is awesome. A Hall of Famer left and an All-Pro came in.
Right.
Okay.
But who would have thunk it?
Not me. Not me.
Not at all.
This is an all-defensive first-teamer, and Anthony Davis leaves. Luka Doncic has never been talked about as a defensive player ever, comes in, and we're the best defensive team in the league?
That would be something if Luka came here and won like Defensive Player of the Year. Never happened.
The team is the number one ranked defense in the league.
Or get on the all defense team. That would be something.
He'll never do that. Yeah. But that the team can play team defense the way that they have.
I wonder if he could though. If he actually got in LeBron shape. If he is LeBron, you could do LeBron stuff. If you actually got in good shape, you may do it on both ends.
He needs to get in better shape, but it's rounding into shape.
Definitely.
He looks better now.
And I can care less. Just do what you're doing. You're good. Yeah.
He looked better last night than he looked 3 weeks ago. Like it's happening. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's happening.
I love the pettiness. A kid on a sugar high. That's what he looks like. When he's going. Yep. Go.
Before it was, man, I got to watch the Lakers. And now it's, Man, when
I'm
are they
watching
on?
the Lakers.
When are they on? Oh, man, it's not until 7:30.
Yep. You want to come to my Oscar party? No, the Lakers are playing.
on. Yeah, that's right. We're watching the Lakers. We don't want to watch the
come on, man.
Oscar party. ESPN LA and the Lakers and BB Go are teaming up to find the Lakers Gaffote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gaffote? If you think so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BB Go. If this is you, go to LakersGaffote.com. That's Lakers, GFOAT.com to learn how to submit your entry. Hot and Cold's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Kings forward Kevin Fiala finished February with 7 goals in 8 games, good for second most in the National Hockey League. And Saturday in St. Louis, he kicked off March with a power play goal.
Fiala back for Doughty. He'll play it in deep for Kopitar. Base of the left circle to the near point. Kopitar to the right circle. One-timer. Score! Kevin Fiala let it go from the top of the right circle. The Kings have a power play goal, and they lead it 1-0 with 16:17 to play in period 1.
Tonight, the road trip concludes in Chicago as the Kings meet the Blackhawks for the second time this season. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 5:30 Pacific on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or AvnerGatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Aloha.
Roll it up. Ayahuasca.
Sorry, yeah, my.
Are we good? Okay, great. All right, what's hot is coin flips, because the SEC women's college basketball regular season title winner was decided by a coin flip. So it's not the. They will both go to the SEC tournament, and that will decide who is the tournament winner, and that is the automatic bid. But this is just for the regular season title. They both finished their season with 15-1 records, and with the expanded playoffs or expanded leagues, it means that this might happen more often.
Yeah.
There are 16 teams in the SEC, and a coin flip was the third tiebreaker. Here are the other two tiebreakers ahead of it. The first tiebreaker is win-loss records of head-to-head competition between the two teams, and they canceled each other out.
They split.
If the team we played have a better record.
Well, no, they both went 15-1, but each team beat the other.
Yes.
Eat the other. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
B, your one-loss record of the two teams versus the number one seed. And they were the number one seed when they played each other, so that also cancels out at the same time.
Right.
And so then it's the coin flip by the commissioner. And so Greg Sankey made a whole meal out of it.
Yeah.
They did it at halftime, and South Carolina's cheering in the locker room, and it just seems a little silly.
A coin flip?
Well, okay. I don't look. Eventually,
the
you're gonna
NFL has this rule too.
Yeah.
The NFL could be division winners could be decided by a coin toss.
The Rams reasons or ways to get in.
Yeah.
But like the NFL one it's the 12th option, not the third option.
Oh my God.
That's the rub right there, Em. It's not that they have the coin flip, is because at some point
way down the list.
At some point, you're like, look, we've gone through a million different permutations of this thing. Just flip a coin. That it's the third option is kind of weird. That's early in the option tree.
Why would that go before playing again?
Because there's no time. They're starting the conference tournament. They got to seed it. And it's not like it. I guess the conference seeding matters a little bit.
Yeah.
But if they're that even 1 and 2, it's like.
Right. They'll probably still meet in the SEC championship game. And then Clinton on his show, Clinton and Friends this morning from 7 to 9 before our show, he talked about his solution would be to just have them do knockout. Just have
play knockout.
Yeah, the two best girls in either team
I'd watch.
play knockout against each other.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I would watch theoretically.
You'd see it on Twitter, and you'd maybe watch that Twitter clip or whatever. But
it's fun.
It's a great game.
It's fun.
And South Carolina ended up being the recipient of the higher seed. They ended up winning the coin flip.
I'll go to some high school basketball games occasionally.
Yeah.
And inevitably, when it's halftime, all the kids they'll go play knockout at halftime. It's really fun to watch them play.
So much fun.
Because they're hustling. It's super fun.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Is that the No Country for Old Men solution? Coin flip?
That's a great seed, man. That's a great seed.
Call it in the air.
Oh, yeah.
That is so early in the option tree, though. To just imagine if they
what else
went,
can you knock out?
Well, what did you say?
21.
The coin flip is what, the 12th tiebreaker in the NFL?
Right. Yeah. The NFL has. I just deleted it. I'll put it back on my screen.
Okay.
But
How about dunk contest?
Yeah. You would think there's common opponents, top 25 rankings, something.
Coin flip.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what's cold is Embiid. Embiid is out for the rest of the season, and there has been rumors on the internet of potentially forcing him into medical retirement, which would get the Sixers out of the deal, out of his contract.
Why would you accept that if you're him?
Yeah.
If you just don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not missing out on the rest of my deal.
I would. Well, he'll get the money. NBA
medical retirement, I think they get out of the deal, don't they?
No, the Sixers don't have to pay it. The Sixers get out of it. Embiid still gets all his money. The insurance company pays for it.
I might be done then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's obviously going to be a very rigorous requirement to have medical retirement.
Well, it doesn't happen a ton.
We're rescinding trades.
Yeah,
we're failing physicals.
It doesn't happen very often. And I would think, and I don't know Joel Embiid at all, but I would think going out like that would be a really drag. That would be a
what if
pretty
you
bad
went out
deal.
like that and just disappeared?
Yeah.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, maybe.
Question for you two: did the process work? The
No.
Sixers went through the process.
I
They
don't think you can
tanked
say it did.
themselves.
Nope.
They went kind of deep.
Kawhi Leonard.
Never been out of the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
They were relevant.
They're relevant because Embiid is famous and Philly's a big city. I think it's more that than
He's
it
a
is.
big
Like if they were in
Philly.
Indiana.
You still might hear
with
it's
Embiid. I
Yeah.
think that you might have heard him because he's colorful, he's funny,
Yeah.
he's entertaining.
Shoots the three.
Yeah. The Ben Simmons thing was a catastrophe. The Embiid thing has been more bad than good.
They've tried out Harden. They now have Paul George.
Yeah, the Paul George thing was a bust.
Sort of.
Yeah, it just I don't think you could sell me. Now, did they get some good players? Yeah. Did it work? I mean, they've never been out of the second round.
Think if Kawhi missed that shot.
What do you think of the first when you think of Joel Embiid?
Hurt.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah.
Dang, he's hurt again?
Yeah.
Or,
unavailable.
Dang, I wish he was healthy.
Yeah. All of the above.
And the only thing the Sixers can look at as a bright spot of this season was Jared McCain, who was their draft pick this year, who is also out for the whole season.
And Maxi's been really good for them.
Yeah.
So but I mean,
Sam Bowie?
At the end of the day, you're supposed to win games.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a 1,000% anti-tank person. You can convince me that it's the means to an end.
You can tank, just don't tell me.
But you gotta you know who tanked hard in a sport that tanking typically does not reward you, but it did in this case? The Astros.
Oh, really?
The Astros in the early part of the 2010s were atrocious, just awful, and kind of on purpose. And they added a ton of great players, and now they've been winning that division forever and ever. They won won 2 World Series, depending on how you look at it. So it does work if you execute it right.
But I can't think of a greater player that broke down like this. Like, really, where you have to you may medically retire him.
Did Chris Bosh have to be medically retired, or did he just choose to retire?
At least he got to the top.
Yeah, he won titles.
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen a guy with so much potential.
Embiid did win an MVP.
But so much potential to just break down.
I'm with you. I'm just
done?
trying to that he did win an MVP.
Okay, I got one for you.
He
Baseball.
did win a gold medal.
Kerry Wood.
He pitched forever, though.
Forever, but after that, 20 strikeouts, whatever it was, never the same. That guy.
He never had a high like that again, but he pitched in the major leagues like 19 years.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
But just, wow, you thought you'd see more, and you just didn't.
For my money, that's the greatest game that's ever been pitched.
Well, how can you get any better than that?
Well, because it wasn't a perfect game. It wasn't a no-hitter, but it was 20 strikeouts, an infield hit in a bandbox of a ballpark with the wind blowing out.
Yes, and his last pitch was a gem.
Just stupid.
My God.
That guy was something else.
Yeah, poor Embiid.
Little dump coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco 710 ESPN and Next Gen brought you Hot and Cold, the official AC heating and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
The Lakers are on fire. Back-to-back wins over the Clippers. And the winning streak keeps on rolling.
And the Lakers win again.
Will the Lakers keep their streak alive when the Pelicans come to town tomorrow night?
5 in a row.
Lakers versus Pelicans. Pre-game coverage starts tomorrow night at 6 p.m. on the home of LeBron, Luka, and the Lakers.
And they just keep rolling.
710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for
you? Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
All right, well, you do a little research, DeMarco. I'm going to start off with the National Day. Today is is National Cold Cuts Day.
Really?
Have you ever seen a plate of cold cuts and not be at least mildly pleased with what was out there? Like, that's always a winning. Like, wait, we got cold cuts and bread? Okay. Like that's a pretty good start. It's not perfect. Like, there are things that are better, but I've never seen a platter of cold cuts and thought, man, I'm always like, yeah, that sounds pretty
You're
good.
talking like Tony Soprano over there.
You are. You sound like it. Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
Give me the gabagool.
Yeah, but like, what's that? Ham, salami?
I
Mortadella?
am not a big deli guy.
Really?
Yeah. I usually get like tuna fish or something.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So if you go, before you went meatless, you go into a deli, you're going to get a tuna sandwich?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as they're making it fresh.
Yeah, I like tuna sandwiches too.
Don't pull out the tub of like already made tuna and throw
Squeeze it out of the bag.
Yeah, give me the ice cream. I don't want that. No,
okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Occasionally, I will get the tuna sandwich from a chain Subway restaurant, let's call it, that comes out of the bag, and my children are horrified by it.
I used to get that all the time too.
Right.
They're like, no, Dad, you can't order that. I'm like, what do you mean I can't order it? They're like, watch, they spread it with a putty knife. It's not even. I'm like, it's fine.
No,
it's good.
As
you
long
get
as
it
it's
too,
fresh.
Yeah, and it's also it reminds me of that SNL sketch. I know the one you don't like with John Mulaney, but it's like someone ordered the lobster at this diner.
Oh, yeah.
That's never been done. And then they do the whole musical scene.
It's not bad. But a good Italian sub.
I love how you also were like, I'm not going to name this place, but then you named the place.
I just said a Subway type restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Isn't that
those.
how Subway makes their tuna sandwiches?
I don't know.
Just saying, never been there.
You still get the 6-inch sub on a rainy day or no?
Yeah. They're doing a BOGO right now. Not that I saw it go by
I
my
don't
feet
know
or
the last
anything.
time I walked into that restaurant.
It is the best choice when you have no choices.
True.
Okay, so you know how you were talking about TV food and how they take care of you?
Yeah.
So they would hand the talent the menu for whatever they wanted. And for us, Subway in the back. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
like, dang.
You can't order that, Dad. You can't. Don't do it.
No.
Take the
I
tuna.
literally can.
Children. Watch this. I'm going to do it.
I remember
for
going to
sure.
the big parties, like parties, and they had that long
This
stuff.
part, they cut it in.
Okay, I remember
That's cool.
specifically during the Giants-Patriots Super Bowl with the Tyree catch that I was upstairs getting myself a part of that sandwich, and then they had the catch.
You missed
happen,
the catch?
And they're like, ah! And I was like, what happened?
Yeah, it's just the greatest catch in the history of the Super Bowl. No big deal. The Bengals have placed the franchise tag on wide receiver T. Higgins. He will make $26.2 million. This marks the second year that the Bengals have used the tag on Higgins.
Smart by the Bengals, right? You don't want to let him out there. So
He's good.
It's the average of the top five salaries. Now, this is good. So it's a 1-year tender, the average of the top 5, or 120% of the previous salary, whichever's greater.
Oh, so it's just whatever the higher number is. That's the number you get.
You get a 20% raise, or you get the top average of the top 5.
I like that. That's one of those collectively bargained labor elements that you kind of have. But that wouldn't make sense where I'm not going to let you leave. And you can't. I can put this on you, and I got to pay you to do it.
Yeah.
But I only have to pay you for a short period of time, and you have no choice but to wear the tag.
It is hard to win the battle of public opinion. When we just handed you $25 million, and you're mad about that? Right.
Now, I get why he's mad.
I get why you're mad.
It's a hard sell.
$25 million, and you can play it out. But I bet T. Higgins is upset by this.
Oh, his response, his tweet was just tag, period.
Yeah.
Well, because he could get $26.2 million probably for 3 years if he signed a long-term deal somewhere else or something like that.
And he is that guy. He is him. He's really, really good.
Him, Chase, and Burrow, you got a shot.
That's your only shot.
You got a shot.
Yes, absolutely.
Who's their tight end?
Oh, God. He's
I know the answer to this. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Not on the tip of my tongue.
It'll come back to me.
Go ahead. Keep going.
But that's one of those things you have to do that. Like there are some teams that can win in a variety of different ways. Not the Bengals. They've got to have those guys, and they didn't even make the playoffs last year with those guys. But
looking up the Rams,
I would do it for sure. Happy birthday, happy 27th birthday. I don't know if we want to wish this guy happy birthday. Jason Tatum turns 27 years old today. Really good player, but he's on the Celtics. So
nice.
Whatever.
I wish we could like him. Is it Gesicki's a receiver? Mike Gesicki is a receiver.
Nah, he's a receiver, tight end.
Well, he's the third guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Chase caught 127, Higgins 73, and then Gesicki is third.
Okay.
I'm assuming that might be him, but I think he might be a receiver.
One thing I did want to bring about Jason Tatum, since we're not going to wish him a truly happy birthday because he's a Celtic, is that I wanted to bring up when they lost to the Cavaliers, I believe it was Friday night. And
they blew
in
like
the first
a 23-point lead.
So in the first quarter, they were up 25-3. And as that timeout's getting called, with 7 minutes left in that first quarter, he goes, "Get the F out of here," to the camera. And saying it to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's like, can't say that in the first quarter. Can't say that in the first quarter. Just
can't
say that.
it in the first quarter, and you really can't say it in the first quarter against a team that's really good. Right? Like the Cavs are having a monster season to do. Or if you're going to say it, you better make sure you close the show and you don't choke away a 23-point lead.
Oh yeah.
It's just funny to see the Celtics lose.
It's
we just gave him
means nothing.
We just gave him more minutes than he got Team USA.
Come on.
I love it. I like that they did that, and I like that he's in his feelings about that. I like everything about it.
I like Jason Tatum.
He's good.
Good player.
He's a really good player.
I get the
He's
aura.
a little corny.
Yeah, I get the no aura thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what we're talking about, to kind of go back to what you mentioned earlier, DeMarco, about the kind of the face of the league and that whole conversation. Like, Jason Tatum is on the defending champions, on a prestige franchise. He's the best player on that team. And it's kind of,
What does he sound like?
Yeah, exactly. It's like he doesn't move the needle from a personality standpoint.
Yeah.
And
what
by the way,
shoes does he wear?
Right. Like, and by the way, that could go both ways. It could be I hate that. Nobody really hates him. He's not a polarizing figure. He's just kind of Jason
He's corny.
Tatum.
He did the whole anything is possible, but tried to do it his own way when they won. It's like, dude, you're just. Yeah. And then he posted the text to Kobe, and it's like, gosh, they're just a little corny.
The only reason you hate him is because he's not on your team.
But yeah, but it's not even that.
There's not enough feeling for hate.
Yeah, I don't. He's not like hate and love are right next to each other on the emotional spectrum.
But if he wasn't in Boston, you might like him.
Like, I don't even know if I'd know who he is.
I mean, he's still talented.
No,
He's
I
still
know that
guy.
I know. But if he played for the Indiana Pacers,
you might lose him.
Tyrese Halliburton, right? Really good player. I don't really think too much about him.
True. Yeah, some guys you just don't see.
You just kind of lose track of them along the way. It was today in 2014, I should say, March 3rd. LeBron James, wearing a face mask, scored a career-high 61 in a win over the Charlotte Bobcats, 124-107.
I hear players hate that thing.
I would think it would be weird. Have you ever had to wear something like that?
One, besides a helmet?
Right.
No. I did wear a visor once on my face. I hated it.
I'm going to guess your visor fogged.
The sweat.
Yeah.
The minute you make impact, it's like a wet windshield from the wrong side.
It's probably what's happening with the mask. It's like us all wearing our face masks for a long time.
There's the eyes you can see through. I would think it'd feel greasy and sweaty.
You can't breathe, I guess. I don't know. They hate wearing it. But I always thought they looked cool.
If I scored a 61-point game, I think I'd leave it on even if my nose or cheekbone healed. Let's just keep this
and there's
thing
like
rolling.
a famous
Rip
gif
Hamilton,
of it too.
right?
He wore it for most of his career.
Forever, yeah.
Beer wore it for a long time.
There you go, yeah.
Embiid wore it briefly. You surprised that LeBron James' career high is 61?
A little.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's really, 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 really good. But I would have thought he would have had something closer to 70
had a 79.
than a 61.
Not even. Do you think he would actually attempt an 80-point game? Like go out and try to score 80 points? 61 on the way to a win? I get it. That sounds very LeBron. But just putting up 80 for the sake of putting up 80, does that sound like him at all? Sounds like Luka.
Not really.
Yeah, sounds like
well,
Luka.
Luka does have a 70-point game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Does he not shoot enough threes?
I think.
that could be.
But he's become a pretty darn good three-point shooter.
But I think he's become a better three-point shooter later in his career when he's not scoring as many points as he did as an earlier.
You know what I think is the biggest component of this, and Luka's not
he's
a great
team guy.
You need to kind of be on a team that's not very good. Or you need to be on a team that is literally
some of those Cleveland Cavaliers squads,
totally one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get a 70, we got no shot.
And it's early. Yeah. Some of those Cleveland teams when he was dragging a rock, maybe. Yeah.
Deebo Samuel traded to the Washington Commanders for a 5th-round pick. No more Deebo in the NFC West. That's something,
Thank
I guess.
God. Okay,
Yeah.
The only thing I did not believe about that story is when it said Deebo Samuel 6 feet 215. There's no way he's 215. No way.
I thought he's taller than 6 feet,
and
too.
he must be 240 pounds.
Yeah.
Just call him what he is. He's a running back playing receiver.
Yeah, he's more tight end running back than he is a wide receiver.
But thank God he's out. And, happy for McLaurin in Washington. He has some help now, and Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
and
like
they have
Dan
a good
Quinn.
running back, too.
Yes.
I mean, if they still keep Eckler.
I like Dan Quinn. I think he's building. I think Deebo
Heck yeah.
might be perfect for the culture if he's happy.
Yeah.
Because when he's not, oh my God, can he be the opposite?
So does that deal do anything for Cup in LA? Is there any that if he's worth a fit? I looked up today. Is he 2 or 3 years younger than Cup?
Yeah.
Yes, he's 3 years younger.
3 years younger than Cup, and they got a 5th rounder for him. What does one have nothing to do with the other, or is there some connectivity there?
You mean I don't think the Rams are in the Deebo market?
No. Just like Cup's value on the open market.
Oh, there's one less spot out there.
No. That's not what I'm getting at.
What do you mean?
What do the Rams get for a player like if Deebo Samuel is worth a 5th round pick? What is Cooper Kupp worth?
Probably a 5th or lower.
Yeah.
So I mean,
3 years older.
I just read the quote. I didn't hear it. I read it from Sean McVay when they asked him about Cooper Kupp coming back. He said, "I will never speak in absolutes." So he might actually come back.
Okay.
There is a good chance now that Stafford is back that Cooper Kupp may come back at a more team-friendly deal.
You wonder if there's, and look, this would be bad for him, so I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but if you look around the league and there's just nobody's beating down your door, right? And the market response is, yeah, I don't know, man. Call us in next week. See what we've got. If it's not, look, there isn't a great fit for me out there, or at least one that I can see right now. I am going to come back. I'll take a little bit of a haircut. It might not be great for him, but it might be good for the Rams.
Can you imagine if another team signed Cooper Kupp, a guy who has always been hurt for the last, how many years?
2.5.
2.5 years, and you sign him, and he gets hurt again.
Yeah.
What do you think that does to that GM who made that deal?
Yeah.
Your best place is right here.
Yeah.
And we get upset if he misses games, but we kind of understand because
he's got equity here.
Correct. He caught the winning touchdown here.
And he's played his guts out.
Yes.
And for a long time and played physically and tough and smart and we get it. He's earned it's okay, dude.
Yeah.
Here, the second you put on a different uniform, nobody cares what you did with the Rams.
I wouldn't say bad pass. I guess bad pass from Goff being a 2-time Super Bowl winner, so you have a chance to get another one.
Just a little underthrown, DeMarco.
A little bit. I walked out of the building at the NFL Network. That picture is there. Cooks is wide open, and it's being picked. And I said, if that never happens, Stafford's not here. Jared Goff is still here.
That was the underthrown ball.
Yes,
100%.
100%.
I've seen that play 1,000 times and still feel like Cooks could have come back for it a little more.
He could have fought for it a little bit.
Just a little more. Look, bad pass. It was a bad
When you see the picture, he's 3 yards away when the guy made the catch.
I know, but it's like he's waiting for
Yeah.
it. It's like, can we come back to
Adjust
the
for the
football
ball.
just a little bit? Look, it's 90% Goff, 10% Cooks, but
look, in his Super Bowl dream, he never thought he'd have to go back for the ball.
I'm aware.
He was
like
out.
I said, bad pass. I agree, bad pass. However, Super Crosstalk's coming up next.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
I would run through a wall for JJ Redick.
Well, I think that.
No, I mean just me as a talk show. I would literally run through a wall for JJ.
We should make that happen. To see that,
yeah. Somebody find a wall. Believe me, I
think
can
there's
run
plenty.
into it.
We'll find one of them around
here.
here.
I can run into it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
ESPN LA and BBGO are going on a quest for the Lakers GOAT. No. Not the GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest Lakers fan of all time. Think it's you? Upload your pic or video to Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok, and tell us your favorite Lakers memory. Use hashtag LakersGoat, GFOAT, and hashtag promotion, and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers GOAT is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers GOAT. Is it you?
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K2560X 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Golf
suing Scattaboo.
Yes.
The guy that got hurt when the golf cart collapsed is suing Scattaboo because he jumped on it, and that's what exceeded the weight limit, and it broke.
What is Scattaboo?
He's a running back for Arizona State who's very good.
Okay.
John Riggins reborn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peyton
Oh,
Hillis.
yeah, had that big bowl game. I remember him.
Yeah,
Mike
he's
Allstott.
a good player.
All right,
That's a great
so
name.
settle a long-standing, Emily, you want to weigh in on this too, Mason and Ireland standing argument.
Okay.
Okay. It's about acceptance speeches at the Oscars.
Oh, go ahead. Go
All right.
on.
I think everybody should stick to their limit. If they go over the limit, just play them off because it's a television show. Mason thinks it's their one moment. Let them talk as long as they want.
Yes.
If it goes 7 hours, let it go 7 hours.
What they say?
No matter what they say.
No matter what they say.
Unlimited,
Say, yeah.
unlimited time for your acceptance speech.
Yeah,
It's
the
your-
show. How long did the show wind up going? 3 hours and
3:45.
Okay.
All right. So, Trav, what if you had to jump in either camp? Which camp are you in?
Yours. And it's not even close.
Okay.
You get any speech that lasts longer than 90 seconds is too long.
DeMarco, what do you think?
I need to hear the argument why you want to hear him talk.
I want to hear him talk because this is a big deal in the industry, and on top of everything else, you only get one moment at this. You only get one crack at it.
Not true. Adrian Brody's done it twice.
He has now, but those second ones don't always
Most of the
happen.
time. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. No, look, I think 3 hours and 45 minutes is probably long. There were a couple of things I would have cut. I thought the Quincy Jones montage didn't work at all. And I also thought Conan did some weird musical sketch right after his monologue.
Also,
that
cut
was
the
terrible.
Bond thing. We
And
didn't
the
need Bond.
thing, it's just wasting time.
All right, now,
Yeah.
Em, where do you come down on the speeches?
I think anybody above the line gets unlimited time. Anyone below the line, you're
What's the
capped at
line?
90. So that's acting awards, directing awards, and the picture. They get as much time.
And other than that, and they did go long.
Adrian Brody gave the longest speech in the history of the
Adrian
Oscars, and I
Brody
thought
went
it was
long.
unconscionable.
Well, you know
and
what-
then he said, "I've been here before. Stop the music," and he said nothing.
Did he say anything
Was he
interesting
No,
in
it
those
was
5
like
minutes?
the equivalent of two speeches, I thought.
Yeah.
It's like he did one speech, then he said, stop the music, and then he did another speech. That was an extreme example, but when you get down to it, I haven't seen the overnight yet, but it'll be the highest rated non-NFL show of the year.
This could blow up in my face because I really don't know the answer to it, and you guys may list off 10 things. Does anybody remember anything from any Oscar speech? Like really memorable, impactful statement?
Just Will Smith slapping Chris
Right,
Rock.
but okay, that didn't take 5 minutes.
That
didn't take 5
It
minutes.
also wasn't in a speech.
Right, what I'm
It was
saying
in a
is,
presentation. Rock was presenting,
what
right?
are we getting out of these? I understand it's a personal
Cuba
moment.
Gooding Jr., I remember the guy that the Italian guy that walked all over the place.
Yeah, that was
Bernini or whatever.
Roberto
him.
Benigni.
Yeah.
And then there's also Michael Moore, his speech.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
whether or not you
that's
agree,
great.
Michael
He went
Moore.
bonkers.
you
Yeah.
By
had-
the way, Mace, I will will disagree with you before we see the results. I think the Oscars will be the lowest rated Oscars in the history of the show, and I think there will be several non-NFL shows rated higher than that, including the Olympics and the presidential debate.
That's how the Oscars have been going of late, though, right? They kind of, it's like the World Series.
Well,
like every year, the World Series just kind of keeps dropping and dropping. Only the NFL
There's
holds.
no Olympics in 2025, so that won't.
You know what else might be on there?
factor.
That like the mega rankings when we're done with the year is that SNL special.
Oh,
that'll pull a number.
The numbers were good. The numbers were like 18 million.
That's
for in this day and age is a huge number. I don't know if it'll be the lowest. I don't know. I don't think it'll be the highest. Although it's gone up the last 3 years, so we'll
Anora
see.
is one of the cheapest movies to ever
$6
win.
million.
And like in terms of also people didn't see it. I think that's a huge issue. That not enough people see these movies because the actual releases, also because it's just not the style of movie that people really want to see anymore.
There are a lot of teen girls who turned in that first hour to see the Wicked singing.
Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah, they did. They were great. I think those two women can just flat out sing. Cynthia Erivo's unbelievable.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
You had a game last night.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you obviously did not get a chance to sit and watch
I taped it
in
in
real
fast forward. I thought Conan did good.
He did
I
good.
thought he did a good job. I thought, I'm with Emily, I thought there were 3 or 4 musical numbers that could have been cut.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yeah.
I believe you told me this on Friday. You hadn't seen any of the movies.
0.
Neither had I.
Yeah.
DeMarco had seen one. Why do you watch?
Because I wanted to see how Conan did, and I think it is good people watching. It's
a good.
You want to see?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You want to see if it's funny. I watch pretty much all award shows. Like I watch the Tonys, even though I haven't seen most plays.
Yeah.
I watch the Emmys just to see how the hosts
The
will do.
Tonys, by the way, are the best produced of all of them. They
Yeah.
all do their
And-
speeches in exactly the right
Runs
time.
tight.
And I was shocked because that girl, Ariana DeBose, who's hosted the Tonys the last 2 years, has been the best host they've ever had, and they blew her out.
No, she says she's done.
Oh, she's
bad at the BAFTA.
So is
She doesn't
Cynthia
wanna do
Erivo
it.
hosting the Tonys now?
I'm not sure. Let me look it up.
I think she is.
Does Conan get another bite?
If he wants to. I mean, they asked several people before him, and they all said no.
Okay.
And so I thought considering that, I thought he did great.
Super tough job. Normally you get reviled for it, but I haven't heard a bunch of Conan criticism
Me either.
today. I think generally
he's not a
speaking, he was good.
polarizing guy.
He's
Like
Conan.
he's pretty mainstream and
That's kind of his MO,
relatively
right? Yeah.
funny
He
and
wasn't-
likable.
He wasn't mean.
He took a couple shots at people though that deserved the shots, like
Drake may
Carla
have thought
and
he was
Drake.
mean.
Yeah.
Drake took another
the
stray.
Drake
Drake
joke is
took another
fantastic.
We're
stray.
done. So that's it, right? We're done with the Drake jokes because
I
you
don't
can't.
know.
There's no level beyond.
Well,
what
yeah,
Conan
but
said.
Kendrick's going to come back after him.
But
No,
what- I mean,
he's winning.
as unsubtle.
But I mean,
as-
he was winning at the before the Super Bowl, and he
I
leveled
don't know
him.
what other show you can bring
the
it up.
song, the Super Bowl performance, we all know what he was getting at. But when Conan just comes out and says what he says, it's like there's nowhere to go from here. It's just
He said it out
He
loud.
said it. Yes.
right?
Yes,
Like
it's
that,
very
the,
funny.
That's the exclamation
and then said
point.
I'm lawyered up.
To me, that was the high point of Conan's work last night.
That was it?
Was
Drake
the
joke?
Drake joke.
That was
the
the high
Drake joke
point?
was
Yeah. Oh, boy.
fantastic.
I thought this stuff with if you go long on your speeches, I will show one of your early headshots was really funny.
And on top of that, the John Lithgow making the
both-
sad
both
face
great.
if you go too long.
The
Also very
Sandler
funny.
thing was kind of a drawn out swing and a miss, but that's okay.
Did you guys see the June Squibb thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
I
funny.
thought it was
I thought
good.
that was great.
Yeah, she's 95 years old.
Yeah, I love her. I
95.
loved Thelma that came out last year. I wish that she had gotten some sort of awards run, but alas.
For the record, Emily beat me by one pick, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
yes.
Emily beat me by one
What's
pick.
the one you missed that
Well,
she got?
I missed like 6 of them, and
Oh.
Emily
I missed
5 of them. Something
Yeah,
like that.
You were
yeah.
complaining
Did
that
you
didn't
guys both
get
think
enough
Chalamet
right.
was going to win?
Both of us.
Yeah, we both picked Chalamet.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
neither of us picked Mikey Madison.
Yeah.
Who beat Demi Moore. I felt so bad
Demi.
for Demi Moore.
Well, they tend to go young at
It's
those
like
things.
it's like her one chance to win an Oscar.
Demi.
And,
But the thing
and she
is-
was the favorite.
In these past couple Oscars, they have gone older, actually. They've gone kind of like Lifetime Achievement,
Yeah,
which is
right,
why
they
I thought Demi would get
She
it.
won
but
the Travis
just,
Oscar.
Huh? She
She
won
won
the
the
Travis
Travis
Oscar
Oscar?
a long time ago.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
She can win,
Yeah.
not win, and she still was.
Yeah,
the
I thought all
highlight
the-
of
Did
the
you
night.
buy a
all in
clay
all-
wheel? Did you buy a? You did. You bought one of those.
All in all, it was a great night.
Yes.
All in all.
All right, you guys got
Great night all
McVay
the way
coming up
around.
in a
I
little bit.
immediately switched. Oh yeah, we got McVay coming
Yeah.
up in a minute here. After that, switched to the Lakers fourth quarter. Fantastic.
I'm
They
just gonna.
continue to just
We can pick this up.
devastate
We can pick this up tomorrow when we do this. I would like an explanation as to how a team that wasn't very good at a thing, defense, lost their best defensive guy, brought in a guy that wasn't particularly well known for defense, and now they're the best defensive team in the league. I would
have
like an
never
explanation.
seen a turnaround by a team in my career like the Lakers are doing right now.
Yep.
They
It's
are
extraordinary.
They're 17-3. in their last 20 games. And you guys talked about it. The strangest thing about that is the 3 teams they lost to, Philadelphia,
Charlotte,
Utah,
and
and
Utah.
Charlotte,
The bad
all have losing records, which means trouble coming tomorrow night with the 17-44 New Orleans Pelicans.
Super Crosstalk's brought to you by In-N-Out. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about.